Welcome, welcome back to the Wyndham Orlando Resort. You are here at CEOtaku 2022, still at twitch.tv/TampaNeverSleeps. I'm Admiral Funk, joined by King Jobber, and we are going to call JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R for you. How you feeling, Jobber?
I am feeling absolutely incredible. It has been a wonderful CEOtaku so far. Gotten to see so many games, so many top 8s, but now it is all about JoJo. That is the theme of the event, right? CEOtaku Part 6, and now finally we get to play some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Let me tell you, this game has been incredible so far.
This game has been great. I had I had pools at the start of this event this morning. 10 a.m. is when the bracket started. So we've had 78 players, a lot of talent. You're going to see a diverse cast in this top 8 as well. But 10 a.m., we've been fighting up until 2, and here we are right now, landing at our top 8. We're going to go right into our winner's side. This is a first round top 8, Sykesamilion versus Max Sev.
And it looks like we might be playing some Kosaku Kira versus Kakyoin coming up. So both these characters really interesting. Kakyoin is a very strong zoner character, but on the flip side though, Kosaku Kira probably has the best damage output out of the entire cast for meter. Gets 500 damage for no meter spent at all. That is almost unheard of in this game for not using any assist or any bar whatsoever.
Right. And I mean, you know, staying on, staying off. I think actually there's a lot of damage to be had before you even pull out Killer Queen and Stray Cat.
Yes, absolutely.
The damage of the bubble is going to be tremendous here. I think Max Sev is going to try and have to avoid that to make sure that the guard gauge doesn't get too low. So those breaks have been coming for Sykesamilion.
Yeah, but the main thing here though is that Kakyoin can play around those bubbles because if you hit here, you can get rid of the bubble in a lot of cases, right?
Yeah.
So we're already seeing the rush down in, stylish dodge right off the bat into the throw from Max.
Yeah, and we've seen some stylish dodge standoffs where they're going back and forth and throwing the hit. Max Sev not going to waste any time on that and goes for the grab.
Yeah, pressure is on here. Goes for the stand on. That costs about half of your bar to come out.
And he's range confirms this is what you're talking about as a zoner. Can't get the juggle off of the bouncing OTG, but drops OCN. But look at the damage lead.
Yeah, you see him go for that jump back heavy over and over and over, right? Just such a good tool to cover space. Sykes just slowly trying to sidestep through all these emerald flashes.
And they're all individual projectiles too, so they're tough to dodge if you're not getting that dodge at the right timing. And there's a punish off of the dodge.
Yeah, calls out the burst though. Go throw part 4 coming out. One thing that's really important in this game that you see from both these players is they have picked assists that have 2 bursts. The blue diamond indicates your burst, and the pink circle indicates your attack as the assist.
Right.
And that's going to be the round 1 here going to Max. With a perfect, that's the longest perfect I've ever seen.
Yeah. I was going to say, Max Sev was untouched at the point where they had about a 20-30% life lead, and they cruised right through to win this first round. Starting our top 8 off right.
Yeah, and this matchup is already showing Kosaku's biggest weakness. While he does do a ton of damage, he is very stubby normal, whether he's in standoff or stand-on mode, right? So he has to get really close in there to try and get that punish. Even that jump-in didn't reach far enough. Gonna set up the trap as well just to cover the space.
Yeah, and another tough thing to deal with about Kakyoin's Emerald Flash is you can't do a dash jump over it. So the gaining the distance is going to be really tough if they keep throwing those projectiles out.
Yeah, I do kind of want to see Sykes throw out the stylish dodge instead of just going for the normal sidestep. That seems to be the best way to get in on heavy projectile characters, right? Because it allows you to act immediately after the dodge instead of the long recovery that the regular sidestep has.
Right, and if they're not doing the stylish, that means they can react while things are going on and adjust their game plan accordingly.
Yeah, and you also saw Sykes tried to go for the stray cat projectile there, though, but it is one projectile going up against many projectiles with those emerald flashes, so it immediately loses out.
Completely outgunned. And you see the retreat from Max Sev. That's a double perfect game 1.
Wow. Very quick and just looking around, too, like, okay, hold on.
I like the suspense of it saying retired first and then perfect.
And look at that grade S as well.
What else are you going to give
that? Grade S.
What else could you give 2 perfects? Max Sev delivering a statement in game 1.
Yeah, and it looks like Sykes was thinking about maybe swapping characters here, but opting to just go straight into it there with Kosaku yet again.
Ooh, a little higher on that jump there, but takes one out.
Oh, gets the crumple on the very first hit of the standing heavy, but there's the burst right away.
And that's something to watch out for. Standoff age from Kosaku does a crumple.
Yeah, and here we go. Bomb loops. This is going to be a lot of damage. Look at Max's health bar.
Double goes for the 3, sets up a trap. Nice stylish dodge to escape.
And that Oki is not real when stylish dodge is available. You need to make sure that you take that into account when you're going for pressure on wake up.
Right. And Sykesamilion ended that combo with 3 of the same attacks. That's a mechanic that's universal to the game. If you hit one move 3 times in a combo, it automatically drops and resets.
And there we go, trying to go for that jump in. Another thing to really note in this game is when you do a jump while running forward, you do get a short hop, similar to KOF, right?
Yes.
That is the only way you can get short hops in this game, and they only go forward. Otherwise, it is a full jump. But again, Syke's just trying to weather through this storm of zoning. And he's got the zoning assist too with Mista. All right, jump back, C again.
That's a wall. Playing face.
And yeah, look at that guard gauge. About to get guard broken if he's not too careful, but there's the clean jump in. Immediately, Mista comes out to break it.
And couldn't recover any guard gauge, so the next Emerald Splash broke it. Goes into the...
Yeah, the climax.
20 meters.
And that's going to be dead. One thing to know about this game, in particular, is supers, whether they're level 1s, level 2s, or the full level 3s, if you spend the level 2 with 3 bars, they do so much damage in this game. It is almost always worthwhile to end a combo with a super if you have the meter to do it.
Right. And of course, you check the command list, make sure you don't have a counter as your great heat attack. Oh, but if you can confirm it, cashing out is going to get you dividends for sure.
Yeah, and Syke hasn't even gotten a chance to spend any of his bar either.
Right.
It's just been a relentless barrage of emerald splashes and traps being set up. You can't even jump in on that. That's the scary part. If you try to run in and go for the short hop to get pressure in, that trap in front of TampaNeverSleeps is going to catch you in the air.
Right, it turns into an active hitbox. I believe it delivers multiple hits too. So it just allows TampaNeverSleeps to go right back on the attack.
Yeah, there we go. Gets the hard knockdown, sets up another trap. And Sykes is just having such a difficult time figuring out how to navigate this neutral. I really want to see a stylish dodge, right? You can do light, dodge, and down at the same time to activate a manual stylish dodge. And I just really want to see him try to do that to get in. Because the moment that he gets in, you see that Max immediately sends out the burst.
Right. All of this zoning is buying enough time to recover that guard, that assist. You see the red, that means that they're unusable. So every moment the Max 7 is just keeping them away, the meter's still building, and then once Sykesamilion gets in.
And this is the opportunity.
And they use both of their defensive usages, so these combos are going to be open for Sykesamilion to cash out on.
I want to see if Sykes can actually combo into Bites the Dust here to gain back some health. But no, just in the middle of the combo, Mista's able to recover.
So they use the double offense. They have one left.
There's the confirm. Straight into. There we go. He bites the dust. That's going to be enough to kill, actually.
Yeah, that should be for sure.
You know what it is? Bites the dust.
Little celebration for Sykesamilion. I'm on the board. Oh, no. Wait.
No, not quite enough. But he is going to get some health back here, so he's going to have the life lead.
Back.
But also you're sent full screen because it puts you back at the round start situation.
Right. It's going to be very tough to get in. We've seen the difficulty that Sykesamilion's had in closing the distance.
There's the jump in
nice
immediately into the throw. And the crowd roars.
The crowd doesn't want to see a landslide, and neither do we. I'm enjoying the way this is going. Sykesamilion could be on the upswing.
There's the Emerald Splashes though, but doing such a good job at just pushing out. Jotaro coming in, gets the jump in. Stylish dodge, straight into the throw punish.
And here's a fun fact, Sykesamilion won the first tournament at EVO back in July. Went out in the pre-build that had 15 characters and got a dub with Jonathan.
And now they're rocking Kosaku Kira here. There we go, trying to jump in again, putting themselves on the other side. Oh, tries to go for the low, the 2A there, but it whiffs. Unfortunately, Max gets the confirm.
And the light differential's really steep.
Oh, trying to go for the guard break setup there. You see that if you block one of Stray Cat's bubbles, it does half of your guard gauge. But comboing straight into the level 2. The Great Heart attack.
Already pounding it out. They know how much damage this deals.
And that is going to be game number 1 there. Retired.
Retired.
You're going to hear a lot of retired and a lot of demolto
Yep.
coming from this stream. But a very solid first game here to start things off with CEOtaku. nearly able to make that comeback with Kosaku, just not quite close enough yet. Kakyoin's zoning is so difficult to get around if you really don't know how to deal with it, right? Especially depending on the matchup too. Matchups are very important in this game when it comes to zoners versus rushdown characters like Kira.
And the vulnerability on doing the dodges, you know, the side steps. It's a challenge when Kakyoin can react. It's also a challenge that you're punishable on those too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like up next though, we're gonna have NoThankYou going up against LonNu13.
LonNu, you might know as the CEO 2021 BB Tag champion, got third this weekend as well. Is playing Pet Shop, and it is destructive.
Oh, not Pet Shop, not again.
Yeah, we got Big Bird on the stage.
This character banned in the other JoJo fighting game, Heritage for the Future, right? But no, he's perfectly legal in All-Star Battle, still as annoying to deal with. And look, you can see some of our great JoJo cosplays as well on the stage here.
Part 6 and 8 represented right there.
Oh, we got the little Foo Fighters also down there.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Nice. Love the touches. Everybody's been showing out. The cosplay contest last night was fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Incredible cosplays. Denialism with the Testament, Shark Party with the Enchantress from DNF.
I was loving the Eno. The Bridget, the Big Roger.
Bridget, they came on stage and they just started busting out yo-yo tricks on stage.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was wild. That was wild. They won that in my heart just for that.
So LonNu entered all the Blaze booths.
All the Blaze booths and JoJo.
Cross tag, entered JoJo. I think they played in an unofficial Kill a Kill tournament this weekend.
Yo, we had a Kill a Kill tournament? I didn't even know. I mean, hey, it's CEOtaku. If there's an anime game that can be played and people are willing to bring the setups, we can run a tournament for it, right?
For sure, without a doubt. And NoThankYou's been rocking Diavolo mostly. So Diavolo Pet Shop is looking like it should be what the matchup is going to go down as.
Yep, that is going to be it. And rocking the Dio Brando Part 1 assist as well. Whereas on the other side, we're going to get the Diego Brando assist. Now, both of these, very different. One is a rushdown assist with multiple hits that holds you in block stun, whereas Dio Brando's is a counter assist. He comes out, throws up a counter, and if the opponent hits it, you get a combo.
Yep. In a way, serves as 4 defensive uses of your assist.
Yeah, and Diavolo, honestly, the closest thing I can compare him to from another fighting game character is like Slayer from Guilty Gear. He's got those dashes, right, where he teleports with the dashes. He does a ton of damage. That is his biggest aspect. He also has some unblockables too and some charge moves.
Yeah, stand most notably, even as his assist, unblockable. So you can't freeze. Yeah, I mean, pun intended. It's Pet Shop here.
Yeah, look at the damage, Bungie. It's absolutely crazy here so far.
And, I mean, to be fair, it's against the Burt, who has very low health. But the damage is real from Diavolo.
NoThankYou is absolutely doing what we needed to see more from Kosaku last game. It is stylish dodge on all of these projectiles, right, so that you can jump in. Do not let them get away with that zoning for free.
I think LonNu was early, like I want to say week 1 of the game, posted the high-low setup where he did the icicle and then 2L. You know, same time, high and low, really tough to do outside of stylish dodging. And it's a knowledge check, which has been the running theme of this tournament.
Yep, and there we go, the stylish dodge to close out the first round. Very strong showing from NoThankYou.
I got a lot of knowledge to gain, so you, audience, and us, we're going to learn something tonight.
Yeah, right now, NoThankYou is just running wild on Elon.
Not getting much of a chance to get the
stylish dodging both the assists and Pet Shop as well.
Not seen that much, but yes, that's kind of the line in the sand. That final icicle freezes, and it sets up for juggles.
And there we go, gets the jump in, the hit, trying to keep the pressure on. Great sidestep there, straight into the fly. Icicles are out again, able to jump over the second icicle and get the punish, but called out the burst.
2-8 pops up, which sets nicely into that hard heat attack.
One more big icicle coming out, and there we go. Both these tied up. But Diavolo is sitting here at max meter now. Actually grabs the attempt at the stylish dodge. Very nice call out there.
Ooh, and there's this icicle low.
Able to fly away from the stylish dodge. Really great maneuvering here from Elon. Right into the level 1.
Hit him. And no meter for the next one. So this is going to be on a setup with steal that.
Oh, we're activating. Here we go. We're going straight into Epitaph mode here for NoThankYou. So what Epitaph mode does for King Crimson, or for Diavolo I should say, is anytime that you hit him, he actually immediately stylish dodges. It's a little bit of an install. So once it's over, he does have a recovery period just like that you saw.
Yeah, kind of like how the Pillar Men, once they run down on their meter, there's a moment of vulnerability.
Oh, the stylish dodge on the assist call.
And then the grab, since Diego's a rush assist.
Epitaph is activated again. And you saw Elon stop short, didn't want to throw out a button, right? You did not want to give him that free stylish dodge and you just get that punish on you.
Right. All you can do is grab or do a great or hard meat attack. That's the only way out of it.
Oh,
nice
there's
punish.
a great throw. Not quite enough to kill.
Oh, and the PC! The Putsu cancel!
Right. And game one going to Elon.
3 attack buttons, very similar to a Roman cancel you see in Guilty Gear. So for the first time, All-Star Battle viewers, that is your way to make safety unsafe.
Exactly. Here we go, jumping straight into the next game. Diavolo getting the first hit, but immediately the burst is called once again, straight into the tick throw there off the 2A.
And then I like how Elon pushes the stylish. You can grab those.
Yeah,
nice. Ooh.
That's what you're seeing really frequently is you saw in the very last game too with TampaNeverSleeps would be stylish dodge immediately into throw, right? It's so that you don't get caught into those stylish dodge wars. You just get a guaranteed knockdown and you get to start running your set play.
Exactly.
Going at the DO assist, but then gets hit by the icicle coming from below. There's the aerial dash.
Just some cross pressure. That's how Elon's been using the Diego assist, and it's been working well. Landed them in winner side of top 8. NoThankYou's been bum rushing with a Diavolo 2-dog.
Yeah, you need to get that hard knockdown before Epitaph runs out. And there it is, the punish straight into the level 1. And that is the downside of Epitaph. While it is a very strong, not dead.
No, that was my worry. I didn't want to commit to saying it.
And there is no chip damage in this game, but there it is. Try to go for the stylish dodge, and if you do the manual one, you do have a little bit of a whiff recovery. The other option to do stylish dodge is to just do an instant block, blocking within a few frames of the move actually hitting you.
Right. So your just defend is the stylish dodge. Does an auto sidestep and sets you a little bit more positive than the opponent.
This corner combo, though.
Into the combo.
Yeah, a little bit too much there. Drops right at the end.
It's going to transition to the ground. Oh, dropped it.
Gets the throw, and that's going to be the end of that round there.
You don't get to enjoy the rumble mode that long with that shot because of the health.
No.
When the health meter is flashing red, that means the character has rumble mode. It increases their attack damage and their HHA increases.
Oh, what a neutral dump there. Able to get the punish. Straight into the cancel. But unfortunately drops the combo there and runs right into another icicle. And what you're seeing in a lot of those cases, when the screen flashes like black in the character poses, that is pressing 3 attack buttons, and for a bar, it will actually cancel your hit, almost like a Roman cancel in Guilty Gear, right? So that you can continue the combo.
A stylish dodge from Elon now. Low trying to scout for goals. NoThankYou guessed.
Oh, there's the jump over, trying to sandwich him, but it didn't work out quite well.
Reading those icicles is crap. That can, no, it didn't connect.
Yeah, level 1 got blocked, so here comes the punish from Diavolo. Depending on the round, NoThankYou can close this out. No, got the hard knockdown instead, but the overhead coming out.
All right.
This game's crazy.
This game is nuts. We got a 1-1 score right now. NoThankYou evening up the set count.
And the crowd is ringing along, along with Doppio. You love to see it.
Push him, yeah. Set up your own meaties, move the corpse.
Oh, there's a nice stylish dodge as well. Immediately calling out the burst, just wants to stay safe. And I love the way he sets up the ice pillar too, just to cover and not allow NoThankYou to rush in, right? Beautiful jump over. Doesn't get the full confirm though, unfortunately.
And one more thing just to note while we have, early round. When the stand goes out, even though it seems like Diavolo's far away, that stand is vulnerable to the character.
Yeah.
So that's how the assist break knocked down NoThankYou.
Yeah, because remember, they share a same soul.
Yes.
Damage that the stand takes reflects on the user. And look at this combo with the kick grab right at the end and the OTG, still not quite enough.
Called the Bearell on, they did a retreating jump. Oh, and you can't block in the air, so it's the first attack button wins.
And now we're at set point here for NoThankYou on our Heaven semifinals.
Heaven bracket, also known as winners. We got hell on the losers, and we're gonna have the losers matches coming up next.
Oh, what a stylish dodge there on the cross-up attempt. Immediately flying back into the pillar, summoning the ice. Gets the low on the 2A, stylish dodge on the assist coming through and is able to continue the combo afterwards, Funk.
Wow, what a confirm there from Elon, and a setup, nice backdash, that's invulnerable. The Diavolo still taking damage.
GTI tosses up to the other side. But unfortunately, the way that they're up against the wall, Diego just ends up going through Diavolo and pushing past him.
Right. That second strike, if you were playing as him, you needed a Jesus piece to be able to do that follow-up, but the assist fails it naturally.
All right, going for the Hail Mary epitaph here, trying to chase down, but Elon's just going to fly away until he can get the punish. And there it is, able to recover in time. You see, that's another reason why he's using Dio Brando Part 1, right? It's so that when he goes into the recovery, he can throw out Dio as a counter to protect it.
Right. Some people are using it to make their DP safe. There's a risk, like, if you attack me, you're also catching this freeze.
Here we go, final game, final round here between these two. In an incredible set so far.
And a wild ride. Elon knew a first blood. NoThankYou riding the wave right now for the second game win.
Oh, gets a cross up. Has a lot of meter to work with. Spends one to get the combo going.
Right to the overhead.
OTG then with the overhead as well.
Right.
Straight into the dashboard grab. Oh, gives the taunt as well. And one thing to note is that whenever you taunt your opponent while they're hard knockdown, you can only do it once per game. It takes away one of their bars and restands them instantly, so it sets up for some unblockable setups.
Right. You can either confirm a combo, or if you don't want your opponent to be at max or even at 1 level, it takes a full bar of the hard heat gauge.
And there we go. NoThankYou able to take it 2-1, and there's the hug. What an incredible set between these two great players. A great showing of the mechanics and systems of All-Star Battle R.
Absolutely. NoThankYou advancing on into the Heaven final up against Sykesamilion, who just won against Max Seb, excuse me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, these are absolutely incredible sets so far. I am so happy to see how high level these players have already gotten. And a lot of these players, too, are people who played the original All-Star Battle, right?
Yes.
They played the original All-Star Battle, put a lot of work into it, a lot of love in it, and now that they have that 60 FPS update with better hit stop, better combos, assists, and all these new mechanics, they have a race ahead of everyone, right? They jump right in, and they are keeping the love for this game alive. Right.
I mean, I remember seeing Phenom out at the Evo exhibition. He was like, "Can you still do the Giorno, hard heat to great?" Well, you sure can. It stuns them still. But with the addition of assist, you can have counterplay to that now.
Yes,
so you're not as hopeless as you could be.
And with the addition of assists, you do get some disgusting setups, like with Kira, with Yoshikage Kira, you can guarantee sheer hard attack with the unblockable based on some assist that just holds you down and blocks.
That's right, they'll freeze you in place, and that sheer hard is unblockable. Jeez.
But it looks like up next is Madpog versus Bonbei. So Bonbei making top 8 in Guilty Gear Xrd, and now making top 8 here in All-Star Battle R.
Yeah, Madpog is playing Whole Horse, and Bonbei is playing Caesar. Caesar's Zeppeli.
Caesar's an interesting choice, actually.
Caesar has some sauce. The set play is still pretty good in this game. That's what they were known for in the original All-Star Battle. And it still persists to a degree. You can get even deeper coverage with assists, but I think Caesar holds up pretty well. You do some Tiger Knee bubble lenses, 236 light.
And honestly, the balance of this game, especially with All-Star Battle R, is pretty good. I've been looking online at different tier lists, whether they're from America or from Japan, and there is a lot of differences in those tier lists. Of course, there are some characters that are all very frequent at the top, But
Right.
you have some people who say like Okuyasu is terrible, and then in Japan some of them are putting Okuyasu in A tier, right? When even in the past version of the game he was bad as well. Also characters like Valentine, who was nearly unplayable in the original All-Star Battle, now is way higher up in the tier list for a lot of people. It's very exciting to see how many characters are in this game and how balanced they feel.
All right, and here we have it.
There we go, the bubble cutter being sent out.
Yeah, the enhanced bullet here eats up some of those bubble lenses.
And remember, of course, Whole Horse. Oh,
Centerfold. Jeez.
Jay Guile coming through.
And the cross up nullifies that assist. The air chain beat.
We get a nice confirm here. Hopefully into a hard knockdown, absolutely. Oh, trying to go for the overhead there, not going to quite work out. Now you have to hold this Whole Horse pressure. Says even my bullets are part of my stand.
Yeah. And just natural dodges, sets the center both close, just in case those bubbles do fade over time. But it's an insurance policy in case Bonbei gets in.
Hangman comes out and lands. Yeah, just trying to play a bit of this tricky. That's how Whole Horse is. He's a set play, a tricky trap character that is also a zoner, right?
Yeah.
And there we go, using the Haman to charge up some of that meter. That's the one thing about the Haman users. Because they don't have stands, when you use your stylish button, instead they charge up Haman, which charges up their meter, and they get access to EX attacks.
Right. So instead of just using light, medium, heavy, you can also use the style button and get an enhanced version. This user, for example, is DP 623S. It doesn't crumble, and there it was. Whiffs, gets punished for it.
Unfortunate. That means that Bonbei is going to get a nice confirm here into a setup, and I love that, using the EX kick to escape. Doesn't want to hold on to the set play. Oh, getting around the bullets as well. And Whole Horse with the running away. Unique backdash in this game.
Covering, needs to with the assist. Throwing some good shots in. This is a game of attrition. 19 seconds left on the timer.
Oh, and Mista coming through to take the round.
And you don't see timeouts too often when you're in danger one.
Oh, but there's the stylish dodge through the bullet, summoning the bubble cutter yet again. And bubble cutter is going to be the bread and butter of this matchup here for Madpog.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I took the names out. I think they're backwards. I think they're flipped.
Yeah, they're good. The names are good. So Bonbei is the one playing Whole Horse. It actually makes sense considering they play Axel.
All right. And still, you're settling for zoning. Comfortable on both sides. Caesar with the worst for the wear at the moment.
All right, yeah, just kind of dashing around here, trying to figure out how to get around. There's the stylish dodge. Stylish dodge once again, coming through. Oh, but Jay got accidentally messing up the combo there, getting the hard knockdown.
Jump in there, gonna set up the lens, and throws instead of setting up for a mix.
Gets the cross up as well. Straight into the crumple, full combo.
Working up. So 214S is invincible on the startup. So,
oh, immediately going into the level 1 there.
That would be enough to end the round. Jump close. Oh, and punish the step.
Oh, but it's still able to recover in time. That's all right.
Using a meter and a half to be safe. I like the choice.
All right, and Bonbei gonna be able to tie this up in rounds here. Good sidestepping. Out comes Jotaro with the Aura assist. There's the throw. Jaga with the assist.
Man, it's still just trying. You do have the option to try and do medium or heavy to throw some low ones, since it'll go right under the bullet. But, I mean, the damage trade is still something Caesar doesn't want to take.
Oh, and what a confirm here as well. Getting a nice little juggle. Should be able to set up. Yeah, right into the bullet from behind.
Sorry to be it. That's
and there we go. Closing out game number 1. Good stuff from Bonbei.
like it's just Check this out on the game.
Yeah, gotta make sure the hair is on point here. There we go, jumping straight into the rematch now.
Man, really similar. It's hard to come up with a different game plan. Like once you get zoomed out those projectiles, it's tough to go right back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I mean, Caesar isn't exactly a heavy rush down character, right? So that's why you're not seeing him go in too hard. He kind of wants to avoid some of the bullets and harass with the bubbles until you can get that knockdown. And this time, Bonbei is going to be able to get right in. Gets punished, though, immediately has to burst.
And still standing means that whole horse can go on the attack. Oh, nice. But them crouching, great. Okay, so I did have it right. That's why I started saying the character names. I was like, I'm pretty sure they swapped.
All right, there we go. Whole horse able to take that round.
The Madpog is up 1-0. The whole horse, of course.
All right, here we go with the gunshots again from the Emperor.
They trying to get whatever meter they can, super jumping, trying all the movement choices to find an opening. Blocking, not taking too much guard gauge. Again, you don't really get too much. There's no major risk of a chip death or anything, even though we're not that far into the round.
Yeah, both of them call out the burst, so at the same exact time, so set back to neutral now.
Punish that dodge. Get a nice tunnel, fell out of it.
Oh,
wow.
The J Guile actually hitting, not allowing him to get the kick. All right, there she goes. Gets hit out of the air, unfortunately.
Oh, solid tracking to aim that shot. Probably use the style button to redirect the bullet.
Oh, she tries to use the kick to get in, but not going to quite work. Tries to go for a little bit of a cross-up on the set play there. And good dodges here from Bonbei.
This is all full screen 50s. What's going to happen?
Again, just trying to figure out a way to get in, but Madpog is doing such a good job utilizing these bullets and J-Guile to keep Bonbei out. There's the run-up throw. Stylish dodge, no punish.
Look out. Oh, try to do a stylish and the grab punishes. Madpog has great potential to end this here.
Oh, gets Bonbei. The kick. Oh, and just wake up with the gunshot there, and that's going to be it. Madpog going to take it 2-0. All right, a really good showing too, and again, a very zoner-heavy matchup there between both of these characters. Unfortunately, it's just difficult for Caesar to get in on Whole Horse in that matchup, right? Yeah. Utilizing the stylish dodges, there were times when they were really able to get things going, but Madpog just on point with the defense, on point with the stylish dodges into the throws, utilizing the setups of J-Guile, the Hangman, able to knock you back and get that hard knockdown. Really good showing of Whole Horse in that matchup. Right,
the assist calls, the jug tosses, everything was strategically placed to keep Caesar out as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like we're just going to be getting our next players coming up real quick. But thank you all for joining us here at CEOtaku for some JoJo All-Star Battle R Top 8. It has been incredible so far, and I'm very excited to be able to share this game with so many people out there. I know that, you know, it does have delay-based netcode, but the truth is, and I swear, right? If you are near people, if you can get a friend group who enjoys JoJo and wants to play this game, the connection is very smooth if they're in your area, right?
Right, yeah. I play local players.
We play together.
Southeast, yeah.
Yeah, we play together all the time, and it works fine. I play with people also in just the Florida scene, and it works out really well. But the game is incredibly fun. If you have a local scene, make sure to just get a setup. Throw it at your local. Play this game because it is a ton of fun, and it is just a love letter to all things JoJo.
Big agree. We have Sundula and Bearell on the stage. Bearell?
Bearell.
I don't know who Bearell is playing. They had pools the same time I did, so I didn't see their match. But Sundula is playing Cars.
Oh, so Cars is considered like the best character in the game at the moment. That is kind of the unanimous, agreement from all regions of this game is that Cars. In fact, they did one patch for the game. And all it was to nerf one move from Cars.
Right, yeah. It affected the ultimate thing, which didn't really, crush the game plan for Cars. Still has damage output that you can't ignore.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think it's still very healthy for this character, and I think they can go far. I know Narancha's up there too.
Yeah. Narancha has touch of death combos, which is kind of crazy. But it looks like we might be getting a Yoshikage. I know they're probably just going into the button check first to start things off, but I really hope we get to see some Yoshikage as well. He has some very unique differences from Kosaku Kira. They share some similar normals, the main difference being on their heavy normals. But when it comes to special moves, that's where they really shine.
Yeah, the coin toss looks really cool to see. Get those detonations going. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's pretty a fair assumption to make that these are the characters they're going to use, because we button check here, we just hit retry, go right to the match.
Exactly. And
I think I did remember seeing a Kira around, so you might get that wish.
Yeah, one of the main things about Kira is he is very solid both in and out of stand-on mode, which is valuable to have as a character, right? Because when you get knocked down, you go back into stand-off mode.
Right.
But the difference between him and Kosaku, the main difference, is that here Yoshikage has more consistent damage for meter-neutral combos, whereas Kosaku Kira has huge damage, but the combos are a lot more difficult and tighter to perform, right? And then Yoshikage actually has supers that are usable. Because Kosaku's supers are kind of terrible, let's be honest. There's no doubt about it. Level 1 is a counter, and level 2, level 3, you can only really combo and reliably in very small situations.
You have to get a really strong lockdown, excuse me. And otherwise, you're kind of going to be lacking on that.
But we got the David Bowie Kira on deck.
That's fine. I'm happy we got to see it here. I'm in the outfit and everything. Let's go, Kira. No bias, no bias.
And you see right off the bat there, Bearell actually immediately went into stand-on mode, because stand-on mode is where you're going to get the most reliable damage for Kosaku Kira. And here we go with some bomb loops. Misses the 2B pickup, unfortunately. Was a little too late on it.
Yeah, they cross themselves up. They punch in the wrong direction.
His B&Bs look so funny. Oh, but there's the slicer.
I like the use of light. You can combo off of that.
Oh, a little too far away for the bomb, though.
Yeah, Heavy's a big juggle to cross through.
Yeah, and there we go. Gonna get a nice setup here as well afterwards.
For the teleport. Close.
Oh,
he's immediate same side.
Diavolo! That's disgusting. Utilizing the unblockable Diavolo assist on the teleport. Says, I'm not even gonna mix you up. I'm gonna let Diavolo do it.
Oh, and the wall. Help us keep Bearell on the side. Did not allow us to get crossed up, but the damage is still piling up. Sundual able to get round 1. Those combos are like minimal input, but they're easily over 300. If they're otherwise like 358 that you get.
Oh, see, and this is another problem. Yoshikage keeps the same problem as Kosaku Kira. Stubby normals, right? That 2A does not reach very far, so trying to get these punishes with that 2A, but it's just not doing the work.
Still has cooldown on the Dio Brando assist, so Sundual is going to exploit this.
Are we going to see a super possibly? Yeah, there it is. Oh, drops it. That's really unfortunate.
It's pretty common for the character to fall when you do that level 1. It makes you second guess it, but you still got to go for those.
Oh no, runs right into a big normal there though from Sundual.
The round 2 perfect, ending out game 1.
And there's the pose too. I love the poses at the end. Pulling them straight from the panels of the manga.
The fan service is so real in this game. And it's gotten better since the age of the game, you know. The first one came out in 2012, 2013, so now we have voices from all the way up to part 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and there's a nice punish.
Oh, no punish!
He actually canceled it. That's crazy. All right, there we go. Explosion afterwards, into the pickup. Another rep of the Aurora. Into super. No, unfortunately. Tried to go for another 2B there. Didn't quite work out, but look at the damage that came out from that as well.
Yeah, the angle against the wall maybe would have been too slight. I think that's what pushed them away. If they were flush to that wall, it would have kept them close. Not a problem. Damage is about even.
Are we going to set up a coin after stomp? Stomp into coin? Absolutely. You have to hold this mix-up. Oh, immediately sends out Diavolo for the burst, though.
Down cooldown, Sandula is going to play it safe.
And one advantage that you may notice for Cars as well, because he is considered under that vampire class, right? He may not be a vampire, he is a pillarman, but vampires and pillarmen both actually get recoverable life, recoverable gray health that other characters do not get.
Very few characters, including some others like Hermes does damage to himself that's recoverable. Yeah. But that's a trait exclusive to the pillarmen and vampires for the most part. There's that gray health, that white life. And just like other games, if you get hit, you lose it all. So you got to protect that.
All right, there's the bomb coming off. Tries to go for the neutral jump. Fakes out the neutral jump and is able to get the 2A.
Didn't hold off the burst. Reset still.
Bring a little bit of space. 2A confirmed there. Able to get a good juggle. Straight into a bomb. Absolutely. Pick up again. Into another rush punch. Are we going to get another super this time?
This time they're staying close for sure. Yeah.
Oh no! Combo went on too long that the super wasn't going to connect there. That's really unfortunate. And that's a lot of damage off the table too, because that super adds on a chunk right at the end. But
another attempt.
Oh no, drops the 2B unfortunately, but they get another chance at life here. Ghost throws out the level 1. Not going to be enough to kill, but going to be really close.
Yeah, really going to take what they can get, including that meter.
Yeah, thanks for that meter, buddy. Immediately into the coin, and he can detonate that coin manually anytime that he wants as well.
He's setting him up. You can only have one active, so you still have to worry about multiple
being there. Oh my god, what a drop in on the overhead and the neutral jump! But Dio comes to save the day.
They didn't get the 2H, that would have popped him back up. Sandula had an opportunity to try and even up the life. Still finds a way in. Opens up Bearell.
Into the teleport right behind you with the low. Has max meter as well.
And there's that light slash pickup. Sandula landed it. Oh, this could be it. Yeah, goes right into the HA3.
There it is. Look at that, the pose right at the end. Oh, and the little shimmy shake with the hips too, because he turned. And good harassment here with the light and medium normals from Kira. And even if you block the bomb chop, you are still a bomb, meaning that Kira can detonate it at any time.
Anything I touch. Nice throw. Tosses Bearell out of the corner. But they run themselves right back into it.
Oh, stylish dodge coming out, and there's the punish.
5M has so much reach that you can do that, and then the 5H steps cars forward, so it's kind of a built-in course correct.
Oh, goes for the neutral jump JH there.
There's a light mode active. This is going to drain a little bit of heat gauge over time.
Yeah, let's see. Are they going to call it the burst from Diavolo? Not quite yet, and this damage is adding up. Oh, tries to go for the 2B, drops it again. All right, there we go. The cancel into a nice combo here.
A little early.
Oh, sheer heart attack comes out, and that's gonna hit OTG. That's dead. That was 3-bar sheer heart attack. You're dead. No weakness. No weakness.
It's invincible. Oh, and run over.
Oh, stomped on by the horses. The dramatic finish coming through.
I like this. You see like hands in like pile up into the screen with a horse's stomp.
And we get that volume cover pose as well, Kira.
All right, and another final game situation. 1 all Sandula and Bearell. This is Luge's side. This is to stay alive and not get 7th place.
Great tech there. Another JH straight into the bomb confirms. We're going to get some loops. Let's see. Is he going to go for the 2B this time? Does. Super going to hit? Oh, it actually lands this time. There we go. That is a lot of damage. Good God.
A nice chunk of it's recoverable, but Sandula has to not get hit. This time is allowing them to recover it, so they get back, and they were in rumble mode, so it put them under 30%.
That means he's going to deal that increased damage as well.
It's like DNF rules. Once you hit the threshold, you get that perk.
All right, able to keep the pressure on. Just throws out the level 1. Is going to get punished for it. Not quite a big punish, though. Unfortunate. A little too slow there to confirm afterwards. Does it again.
Yeah, that jam a little early in the jump, so it allows Hero to recover.
Oh, what a press out there. Could have gotten a little bit more, but they were in the air, so they teched out. Catches the backdash with the bomb detonation. 2 B-lows there, and that's going to be the round for Bearell. Oh, no commentator's curse.
Hang on. Dio comes and saves lives. Diavolo still in recovery, so... Actually, no, they have it. So they can, if they need to. Oh, nice grabs.
Oh, he didn't believe.
From the pressure up, they still live. Oh, wait. Get the drive-by. That's going to catch.
In the air. Yep. There you go. Really great reaction from Bearell. Now sitting at set point here in our Hell's top 8.
Both of them dash jumping at each other. Quick drive-by to start the match off. Real dynamic.
Oh, catches the backdash again with the bomb. That's something you always need to keep in mind when Kira hits you with that bomb, no matter what. Gets the OTG this time with the bomb.
Oh. The moment you leave the doorstep.
Yeah, when those feet leave the ground, that detonation is coming out. He's going to get the combo here. Detonation. Dash forward again.
Bearell's been very consistent with these combos. They've dropped at different times, but...
Into the sheer heart attack. It's not going to hit, but...
Oh my god!
It's unblockable! And he knows! Sundula knows as well! So, the only way to avoid sheer heart attack is to hit Kira. It is a tracking, unblockable super, meaning it will follow you till the end of time. You have to go in and hit him. But the beauty of that, though, is once he sends out, he is stuck in that super
completely
animation.
Frozen, entirely defenseless. But you got to get there.
Throwing it on Oki like that, if you really don't know how to deal with it, it can just be a really big ace in the hole. And we always saw he woke up, was trying to press 2A, thought he was close enough to force Kira to block, but unfortunately it wasn't enough there.
Man, what an ending there. Sundula out.
Unblockable. See, this is the kind of grimy stuff that this game has that I know a lot of fighting game fans out there really like. They like grimy, disgusting setups. Well, you know what? JoJo is full of them. You have restand unblockables that you get once per game. You've got unblockable supers like that you can set up with assists. There's so many interesting tools.
It goes right into the envelope of checkmates, just like that sheer heart attack.
Absolutely.
And if you like knowing that you outplayed and you can just set the controller down. It's like, hey, just watch this movie real quick. It feels satisfying, and that's what we're here for.
Looks like up next we're going to have Sykesamilion versus Madpog coming up on the stage here for our next set. So Madpog should still be rocking that whole horse, and Sykesamilion, of course, going to be on the Kakyoin. So we get another zoner matchup here. And this is going to be an interesting one, because when we first saw Sykesamilion play as Kakyoin, we weren't seeing any stylish dodges before, right? But we know that Madpog is willing to do the stylish dodges. I want to see how that's going to change the matchup here. If Whole Horse is going to be able to get in and start running a little bit of that tricky set play.
Right.
Because we saw before, you can't really beat Kakyoin's Emerald Splash with your projectile. When your projectile is a one bullet against a bunch of individual projectiles, it's going to lose out every single time.
Yeah, it gets lost in the crowd.
Let's see, going into the
Sykesamilion had 3 characters in their pool, they told me. In addition to Kosaku, they also have a Prosciutto, and right in the back pocket is JoJo's. I'm surprised not to hear Jonathan. Like I said, they won a tournament using Jonathan. But Joseph is an undeniably strong character.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. I got mixed up for a second. I thought we were talking about Kakyoin.
Yeah.
Kosaku, yeah, we're still on the loser side. All right, so Kosaku this time. So we're going to see, is the stylish dodge going to come into play against Madpog? That's going to be the difference here, right? If Sykesamilion is going to start using that stylish dodge now. Here we go, round 1. We're going to get that button check in first off. That orb is so good, especially when you spend the meter to cancel behind it, right? I think we're going to see some of that in this matchup as well. There we go, straight into the retry, round 1.
The place match about to begin here.
My man's smoking while fighting.
That's the epitome of cool.
Okay, calls out the Joseph assist though to cover him.
Already in trouble with the pressure. Bullets everywhere.
Running away, there's the stylish dodge, immediately putting in some pressure. And Sykesamilion actually using the normal dodge as well, right? Not just relying on the stylish dodge, but you need to be careful with that. It has a lot of recovery.
Right. And quite a few moves, you know, bracket, including grabs, interrupt those.
All right, bomb loops coming out now. Misses the dash forward on the JM, unfortunate. And now Madpog gonna capitalize on this, enough to close it out.
Oh, and jumps right into the charge row. Takes him all the way to the wall.
All right, pressure is still on here. Calls out JoJo, but 1-5B there. 5M coming out from Kira.
Yeah, well, it feels like there's a lot of long, you know, pressure moments from Whole Horse. Not a lot of guard damage. So you can't wait there, but you definitely need to find a way out before it gets too late.
Oh no, but Tech's out though from the recovery, so doesn't have to hold on to that OP there with the bomb rock.
Retreat through the puddle. Yep.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful of that. Gotta be aware of the puddle at all times because the hangman will come. Dashes through and barely slips by it.
Jump in there.
All right, more bomb loops coming out now. Detonations. Gets a couple of the 5Bs, drops the rush punch though, unfortunate, but good call out there with the 2A.
It's smart, just ducks underneath, on into recovery frames.
Immediately running to stand right on top of the J Guile puddle.
And it's just a freestyle button press when you're near to it. So I'm gonna keep my skill loaded.
Absolutely. Why not? That was kind of tricky actually because JoJo was covering the bullet moving forward.
That's the Nintendo's assist. Block the whole screen. We saw a funny Valentine clip where just America blocked the screen.
You can do that with Josuke 4 also with the rocks coming up. Just block the screen for the mix-up. Oh, the point blank shot. Able to get the dash forward into the hit, but calling out the burst immediately. Yeah, it seems like Sykesamilion's weakness right now is really just dealing with zoner characters while playing as Kosaku, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, that is no surprise. That is where Kosaku actually struggled.
Like you said, really limited on the range of their normals. Gosh.
J Guile, though, coming through from behind, stopping the combo from even getting started.
Back to the puddle, and it's a lure, too. You know, that retreat, because they have an input run. You're like, okay, maybe now I can approach. And Sykesamilion's getting stiff-armed.
Yeah, but there we go. JM straight into bites the dust. And that is one of the few reliable ways that Kosaku can actually combo into bites the dust, is if he cancels the very first hit of the 5H, then it does like puts the opponent into a crumple state. Right.
Unavoidable. You can't move. You can't tech that. You just have to watch. I didn't even tell him anything about the power.
But now you're back full screen, and we've seen this story before.
Oh, full screen trouble. Oh, it still has a chance to overlap that hit, even though they're on a different plane.
And Sykesamilion, unfortunate there. You know, I feel like if Sykesamilion was actually using the manual stylish dodge, some of these matches would be a completely different story. They've gotten to top 8, possibly without using it in a lot of these matchups. That just shows how good they are already in neutrals.
Right. And to play devil's advocate, I've definitely tried to do the manual input of down style and light, or dodge and light, excuse me. And I'll just get an attack and get blown up for it.
Yeah, I mean, that should definitely happen sometimes. There's the jump in though, able to knock out the assist and get the hit. But drops the combo, able to get the reset. Back into the more Kira bomb loops here.
Yeah, if anyone's taking patch suggestions, add a stylish evade button. Add it as a macro.
Jump in with the JH. Should be able to close out this round decisively. Almost a perfect coming out from Sykesamilion.
Made it strike back. Here. Let them know that the door isn't closed. You are not home free here.
Madpog running away. Oh, catches him trying to jump in there. Staying right on Jay Gallon, gets the crumple. Good thing you had Joseph there to back you up with the assist.
Now it's in recovery. And he used the puddle early, so Sykesamilion's able to walk up freely.
Gets the dash up confirmed there into the bomb. Gotta get more of these 5B loops.
Set a bomb right where the puddle is.
Gotta watch out, you're getting real close to the J-Gal puddle. It's gone now. This is the chance for Sykes to get something started.
Never too much time between uses there. Madpog wants to make sure there's always one around. Let's go all the way to the end around, and it does.
All right, and there we go. Madpog now one round away from advancing forward in the loser side of the bracket.
Oh.
And Sykes just keeps getting caught by J-Gal there in this puddle.
You start salivating at the opportunity for damage. I too am human. I'm weak.
I mean, why else do you pick Kosaku other than the big damage, right?
Right.
There's the dodge, gets the jump in, but unfortunately went a little too far. Not close enough to get the confirm. This time, though, he was, but the burst comes out from Madpog.
Just stand out, trying to sidestep so they don't get in the way of that puddle.
Oh, was able to recognize that the bomb hit and was going to detonate straight into a combo here.
Nice awareness from Sykesamilion. Almost taking the life lead.
Oh, great dodge though on Wake Up there, avoiding the stray cat bomb.
And I like the caution from Sykesamilion. They know better than rushing recklessly at this point in the set. Oh man, a big punish.
Oh, and they're gonna combo straight into Bites the Dust again here, utilizing the Joseph assist.
Man, I think this is gonna take us to 1-all.
That is 1-1 now. Detonated.
Hey, you can't get it out. It's in your eyes.
He did it. He's going back. Groundhog Day. I love that pose. Yeah. I'm back.
Unlimited power. I could do it.
There it is again. Now I can truly be free.
Kosaku shares up.
All right, immediately calling out the assist to stay safe. And both these players actually rocking assists with only one burst, right? So that means that the offense is going to be a lot more scary and aggressive. You need to really capitalize on the one moment that you're allowed to burst each round.
Yeah, we know Joseph with the soccer volley and Jotaro with the Aura Rush. Those are huge damage opportunities, so it's more valuable to have the two. But you know, you run that risk of the one defensive use.
There's the bomb detonation. Nice juggle going on. Oh, but runs him out of the Oki. That's really unfortunate. Still able to take the round, though. And now things have turned around very significantly. Sykes is now the one sitting at set point.
Right at the edge of the balcony, as it were. Trying to advance to the loser side. Loser, this is 5th place here in our hell bracket.
Oh, but there's the anti-air immediately upon wake up. Great challenge, able to get rid of JoJo, but dashes right into the gunshot.
That charge bullet.
Oh, had the right idea there with the sidestep, but J-Guile covering that every single time.
That's really just one button. It never seems like the recovery can be low enough that you can recover by the time that stab comes.
All right, the one burst is gone now for this round. This is where Sykes really needs to capitalize, but they cannot afford to get touched. Jumps right into J-Guile. Final game, final round now.
Final round, here we go. Sykesamilion and Madpog fighting for their lives.
Oh, running right into the assist. Good pick up here. Just barely avoided J-Guile there as well. That could have been devastating for Sykes. Gets the Stray Cat Bomb. Of course, that damages Kira as well when you're close to the explosion.
And it's more than one hit. So they cross those between. Got opened up. Madpog in the danger range.
Oh, he's trying to guarantee it. Oh, no. But he's still going to be able to close it out here anyway. No,
grab.
Gets him in a throw.
Runs up, closes the distance, just stalks the prey. And a turnaround win from Sykesamilion, who pops off. You love to see it. Real passion here. JoJo's Adventure All-Star Battle R at CEOtaku.
Absolutely. That was a great set there. Finally able to weather the storm and get through the zoning, right? That's what we saw what the problem was for Sykes in the very first match of top 8 was they just had such a hard time dealing with a zoning character. That time in the form of Kakyoin. This time, though, they were able to conquer it and defeat Madpog's whole horse. Got the friends coming up on stage, too.
Friendship, don't fall off the stage, please.
Great.
Afraid I don't want to see him get crushed.
Look. As fellow Part 4 enjoyers, I think we are very happy to see both Kiras making it to top 8, right?
Yeah.
I just hope that means they don't get nerfed.
Right.
That's all.
The outfit, the representation, it's all lining up badly for the character right now.
Absolutely. Everything's coming up Kira, right?
Yeah, everything's coming up Kira. You saw the stocks?
So here we go. It looks like we're having Elon come up against Bearell now for our next match. So some more Pet Shop action. Okay.
More Pet Shop, and then the Yoshikage Kira. So from Kosaku to Kira, Cinderella's working backwards.
Now we bring out Mr. David Bowie himself, Yoshikage. All right, of course, disconnecting those pads, that is very important, especially when you're on stage.
Absolutely.
Thank you all for joining us here at CEOtaku. This has been a wonderful top 8 so far, and I mean, even after JoJo's, there are going to be plenty of more tournaments going forward. Immediately after this, we're going to be jumping straight into top 24 of Guilty Gear Strive. So, you know, once this is over, make sure not to go anywhere because it is going to be even more fighting game action.
It's really heating up here.
I see we got the Blaze Blue guys over to the left of us here playing as well. This is a celebration of anime fighting games. DNF Duel in the back, is that what I see?
Yeah, that's for sure DNF Duel.
Yeah, it looks like they're rocking their top 24 over there because I know they're coming up for top 8 on the stage, CEO Gaming, right after this as well.
Very nice. This is an Arc Revel event for DNF and Guilty Gear Strive, so
absolutely.
Remember, these players are shuttling in from all over the place to get those circuit points.
Yeah, those coveted spots, because there are only 8 spots per game, right? Meaning that if you want to be there, you got to go to these tournaments and earn it. There we go. Open the game.
Yes. Salute to the Darby brothers. They're both jerks in different ways.
All right, we're actually going for some coin tosses. Coin toss is not going to be a very viable option in this matchup because Pet Shop has those fast-moving projectiles, right? Coin toss just takes too long to come out that you're going to immediately get hit by the icicles. But this is a really good start right now for Bearell. Huge combo in the corner.
Over 50%. That's a testament to Pet Shop's health, but the damage output is for real by Yoshikage. Bearell starting real strong. And you don't want Elon to get their game plan started. Once the setups start working and Diego starts rocking, it's going to be hard to claim that kind of damage once again.
Yeah, absolutely, but here comes the patience. Bearell just trying to find a way to get in at the moment. Good sidesteps.
Nice dodges. Those icicles, the charge button input from Pet Shop, don't track very well, so you can sidestep them fairly easily. You can also jump over them, no problem.
And that was a great level 1 there from Elon, also knowing that the assist was going to come out to try and be a burst, so canceling it immediately into super.
Pressure. Dash up for the grab. Not enough for the kill.
Oh, but is able to get the overhead there. Called in the assist, too, just for a very tight mix-up.
Yeah, forcing the flinch, it looked like.
Good patience right now from Bearell, but having a hard time getting in on the zoning game here from Pet Shop.
That interaction right there makes me rethink the Dio Brando assist. There's no one of the projectiles are going to be the common attack method from Pet Shop. It'll only, I only see it getting used as a burst.
Oh, but there's just a dash up throw. Elon getting a little more comfortable here in this matchup, a little more daring as well. Dashes all the way up to pick up the combo. Straight into the great hard attack.
I don't think this will kill either. Is he on a sliver? Yeah. Ooh. But still untouched. Elon with a perfect.
Yeah, incredible there, taking game number 1. And then immediately just looking at his phone too, like, oh, you know, all in day's work.
Yep.
Just working my way through this top 8.
Now, Elon, you know, English isn't a first language, but he said this bird, scary.
This bird's scary? That's godlike. I agree, this bird is scary.
Super scary.
And there's the stylish dodge just trying to work his way in right now. Oh, it's another dash up throw. The dash speed of Pet Shop so incredibly fast. Able to get the low here into a pickup.
The speed of an Apex Predator.
Oh, and the moment that you get the hit, right, immediate burst, and that is the benefit of having 2 bursts on deck because Elon can afford to let another burst out as well once that assist recovers. There we go, right into the super. This one should be enough to kill. Yeah, absolutely.
2 HP and a natural launch. Flows so fluidly into that.
See, why does Pet Shop get to be top tier but Iggy isn't, huh? That's not fair. Why Arky hate dogs so much?
is Iggy half the man? Pet Shop?
Okay. All right, dash up throw yet again here. Gonna go straight into a setup. Look at that flying over to carry all the way to the corner. Immediately into the ice overhead. Because of the low, they're just trading back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, so you get clashes when you use the same attack button at the same time, but if any difference between them, they both get the damage of those buttons. So light, heavy, you'll take light damage, I'll take heavy.
There we go, canceling immediately into the super, and that is going to be 2-0, a quick 2-0 as well there for Elon. Great stuff moving forward here in this top 8. Dimolto.
Retire.
Dimolto into retire, the thing you're going to hear over and over and over and over in this tournament, but I wouldn't have it any other way. But what we are going to have is we are going to have a couple of ad slides for you guys at home to shout out some of our sponsors here. Now available are these Arc System Works shirts and these keychains. You can check them out at store.arcsystemworks.com. I know I ordered that Gold Lewis keychain the moment it went on pre-order. Frame 1, so make sure to check it out, guys.
And the only anime crate with scale figures, voting, and ecchi. Hey, if you want to, you know. Otaku CEOtaku 5 is going to be the code at the Otaku box. Check out the link at rebrand.ly/CEOtaku.
And of course, you cannot forget the Arc Revo World Tour 2022. Of course, we are currently at a stop right now at CEOtaku, but we have the mix-up coming up in France, Fighter Spirit in South Korea, Arc Revo Japan 2022 in Tokyo, and of course, Frosty Faustings in Illinois, USA.
And more about Frosty Faustings. It is a 4-day event. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. 24-hour arenas. It's part of the Arc World Tour. There's an after party on Sunday. You got side tournaments. The mystery tournament as always is there.
Your team event?
Man, a cosplay contest. You saw one here. It's gonna be better out in Michigan. So check it out. Registration opens on October 2nd.
And also, don't forget to check out these incredible JoJo-inspired CEOtaku controllers from Controller Chaos. You can utilize your code CEO2022 to get 10% off of your tournament gear at ControllerChaos.com.
Check out Fight Nights on PS4, featuring $500 prize pools and Guilty Gear Strive. Go check it out on your Sony console.
And also don't forget to check out rightstuffanime.com, your #1 store for anime, manga, figures, and more. If you sign up for text alerts, you can receive 10% off your next order. Just text anime to Otaku 68259.
Here we are back at it. This is our Heaven Final.
Heaven Final.
This is Max Sev versus NoThankYou.
All right, so this is going to be a great matchup as well here. And now we're going to get to see Kakyoin back on the screen. It doesn't matter what JoJo game it is. It seems like you cannot escape the terror that is Kakyoin, right? Whether it's Heritage for the Future, All-Star Battle, or even Eyes of Heaven, the 3D arena fighter. Yeah. Kakyoin is just a monster that will not go away.
He went through a lot. He got benched twice and then retired. So I think he deserves a little bit. Maybe not too much, but it's always good to see the representation from one of the better boys in the group.
Yeah, absolutely, and this should be a great set coming up as well as we trek on through our top 8. And thank you all once again for joining us here at CEOtaku. So many streams going on, so many tournaments. It is just an absolute joy to be here commentating JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Top 8 right now.
Yeah, couldn't be happier that I came out to this. Had a lovely weekend, competed in several games. I got 17th in this. I didn't believe that was going to happen.
I should have entered this, man. I regret not entering. I was too busy this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you've done it all. You had several very successful blocks. It's great seeing you out here.
It's been a ton of fun.
You know, I'm more than happy to share the booth with you once again.
Of course. Huge shouts to Tong and Zeppeli for putting it all together, giving us this opportunity here to showcase this game. And also shouts to your fire Kira fit as well.
Thank you.
Got the tie, the jacket, and everything.
I like the low-key Josuke. It was lovely when you showed me the design. I was like, oh man, in person it's going to be even better. It did not disappoint.
So it looks like we're just getting our button check in, headphones on, and then we're going to rock right into the game here for JoJo.
Oh, there it is.
Prosciutto and Pesci.
That was the character I expected from Max Sev. That's what Sykesamilion told me, because I missed their matches as well. And they're like, yeah, they're probably a prosciutto player. We saw Kakyoin definitely doling out some justice against Sykesamilion earlier, and now back to Prosciutto and Pesci. We're going to Sega Bass Fish.
Yeah, I mean, look, can we just talk about how Prosciutto probably has one of the best designs in all of JoJo? That fit is absolutely fire. But also, the bros coming through. Grateful Dead is such a strong stand in this game. It has different grabs and different finishers that will actually lock out the opponent's options, whether that be backdashing or jumping or even running, right? So being able to shut down a lot of your opponent's movement options can make Pesci really scary coming in with Beach Boy.
So the level 1 takes away your stylish options. Level 2 takes your jump, and then 3 you can't dash.
Yeah.
And overheads being dash punishable means that you're at a great disadvantage if you get that old. Don't want to get those knees clicking.
Here we go. You just need to get that hit in, though, right now from Diavolo. Diavolo can be a lot more slippery than he seems. Here comes Dio as the assist. Tries to go for the cross-up. Max is ready for it.
Retreat there. Good defense. Those dashes being intangible from Diavolo makes him tough to track down.
Right now we're watching an alternate universe where the Assassin team beat the Golden team.
Can't get this reel in, yep.
All right, Pesci reeling in again, now summoning Grateful Dead to get some of those OTGs.
And stops before he's able to release the cloud. So we're still at level 0.
Oh, but there we go, he's eliminated 0.5 seconds.
Rush.
And here we go. Locking out your backdash option there.
Gotta walk, gotta protect the leg. Yeah.
And closing out the round. Really good stuff there from Pesci coming through.
If you don't know what you're up against with Prosciutto, like you feel like a slight bit of relief. And then he does the OGG reels you in again. You're like, no, not again.
The combos just seem to go on forever. Is able to get the crumple there, so NoThankYou lets the burst rip. Does not want to hold on to that. There's a nice catch. Gets the launcher, too, off the ground bounce. Blocking out that stylish option.
OTG that just makes you juggleable again. So nice to have, and one of the reasons why Prosciutto's considered one of the top characters, too.
Yeah, all of the new characters are so strong in this. But there we go, erasing time just to try and get out of that pressure.
Yeah, the creativity of the 10 new characters, they add new life to the game, or new dimensions. It's very welcome.
Even more characters come as well, but here we go. King Crimson catching the backdash there, gets the OTG. Look at the guard gauge on Max's side as well. Diavolo knows how to pump that guard gauge. Oh, Pesci, you're up. Here we go. Reel him in.
Oh, we got a big one today, boys.
You might? No. Hold on. Oh, here we go. He's pulling out the gat.
So I pull out my gun. Then I'm going to dramatic finish someone.
Oh, he shot him off the cliff,
my goodness.
Too. Oh, no. Oh, my God. We killed the boss. That is easily, like, the best super in the game, I think. That it's or so Josuke Force. Man just pulls up the gun and casually loads it.
Cooldown, nice throw, having the assist. Oh, and you can hold a button and leave a lure out. Tripped up, no thank you, but didn't really convert into anything major.
Oh no, dropped the confirm, unfortunate there. Nice stylish dodge. Tries to go for the reel though. You saw that NoThankYou tried to answer with the stylish dodge of his own, but the reel didn't reach far enough.
Oh. That kick doesn't work too well. Like, oh, so he gets punished now on life support in the resolve mode. So unlike Rumble mode at 30%, this is at 20%. The increase is a little bit larger, but of course you don't have it for as long. So you have to be at a lower health.
Absolutely, but there's the stylish dodge. Immediately canceling as did not get punished, because getting punished in that situation would not be very good. Here we go, blocking out some options.
And has the ability to extend this combo. We're not going to leave food on the table, are we?
Are we going to lock out another one here? Oh, we got the A's
yeah.
in the crowd. Oh, Epitaph coming through, but Epitaph actually doesn't get the counter. Oh, that's no counter. Says, no, you don't.
Smart. It would have worked on both characters. It doesn't matter who's going to grab first. And this looks like Whole Horse. Stands on the floater.
Good patience here, jumping in, able to get the jump in, confirm, reel him in, Pesci, kick him while he's down.
Oh, really like the crowd energy.
Oh, I love how he actually used the rush punch there to kill a little bit of space, just a small amount of space, and also time the meaty, right? Oh, but he goes!
Oh, he's got it!
Level 3! King Crimson, time is mine!
Yeah, you've seen this kill some characters in the cast. This isn't going to be one of them, but this is making 60%. It's insane how much damage that does.
God,
no, not that much.
Chunk. And that says, give me some of that meter too while you're at it.
Can't leave me broken alone.
And yeah, so that climax there is actually a counter, right? Diavolo seeing the rush punch, or not, no, thank you, actually seeing the rush punch there and immediately canceling into the climax.
Stomp. Take him up.
Hey. Oh, Pesci's up here. They should be able to OTG with Beach Boy. There it is. And Max going to be able to take that round. Now, one game away from going up 2-0.
Yeah, Heaven Final, Hell's Final, and Maiden Heaven Final. Going to be 3 out of 5 as always.
Absolutely. I love how packed the crowd here is tonight for JoJo. All having a lot of fun with it.
There really are a lot of asses and seats out there. It's incredible. Oh, and the bait works.
And look at the guard gauge, so close to just being broken. You can't afford to ruin another block string. You also can't afford to take a hit, though.
Okay, we still have the burst.
Clean jump in. Burst comes out there with Dio. Immediate dash up into throw.
Still in the danger zone on that guard gauge. It is not recovering at all this knockdown. Epitaph is active.
We got the hit. Dashes right through for the mix-up. OTG, there it is. No, thank you. Tying it up 1-1. This is a hell of a set so far. Original pride. Word?
We killed the boss, and I'm proud of you. It wasn't as dramatic. Diavolo, benevolent.
Man, he only cares about one thing, it's being a mafioso.
Right.
Oh, the stylish dodge coming out, getting a nice little pickup here.
Unblockable.
Goes into the, oh, I love that. Oh, there's a great punish as well. Yeah, that is very unsafe against a lot of characters, especially against the character who has great jump in normals here like Prosciutto.
Max up, we saw started to realize that in game 2. That Russia King Crimson and how fast they're able to get back into their face.
Great pickup here though with Grateful Dead.
That's right.
Immediately into the climax yet again. That should be the round here. How many times is he gonna shoot this poor guy in the head?
As many times as it takes. Double tap.
The crowd popping off with the bang, bang, bang.
Thanks, kitchen gun.
Oh, and unfortunately, Dio not doing too much there for no thank you. Getting caught in this blender.
And they're going to get a full recovery on that assist too, so they're going to see without for some time.
Level 1 Grateful Dead is on. Oh, but there we go, erasing time just to get back to neutral.
Breaking it up, a dash in. No thank yous on the attack again.
Oh, extra damage with the launcher there, straight into the chop. OTG as well. Oh, gives him a couple slaps. All right, bringing out Pesci again. Oh, and another cross that are looking so clean right now for no thank you. But it has to be a scary situation. Max is sitting on a lot of meter. Oh!
Nice double PC. Both of them felt the danger. No thank you, took her to the punch. Next 7 last hit, gets a grab.
Yeah, dash right into the throw. They're going to back up and create a little bit of space. Tried to throw out Beach Boys.
Oh, they pushed themselves out.
The real in
into the THA.
Oh, that's going to do it. Max taking it there. Incredible. Going to be going up 2-1 now. And look at him just laughing.
Again, off the cliff you go, boss.
Just laughing.
now,
Maniacal laughter. Cannot believe that that just worked. Yo, I love
done
this
it
game.
again. Into the abyss.
This game's tight.
This game is incredible.
Tight.
I love it so much. Game number 4, Heaven's Final. Max Up versus No Thank You.
All right, backdashing now. Great stylish dodge immediately into the throw, and you saw No Thank You answering with the stylish dodge of their own, but it is not immune to throws. All right, pressure is still on. Gonna get some OTGs.
One.
Ooh, what a backdash there, able to avoid that, but still getting caught again afterwards. More OTGs here, setting up level 1 still. You see that meter down on Prosciutto's side. The level 1 there is how many stacks he can get on, right? See, he was able to get the level 2 stack. As it fades over time, so will the debuff.
So right now they saw the dash. That recoil there was because they were trying to jump. And because they were at level 2 old, they were unable.
There we go, closing out the round. Now sitting at set point, Admiral Punk.
And it's extremely punishable when you do that. When you go for no option, like Pesci in the lockdown due to age, or Rohan with the safety locks, you are super hittable.
Yes, absolutely. Look at all this meter as well.
I can get a little closer.
You might be dead here.
They're putting him in the home.
Yeah, I think you might be dead.
We'll see.
Is this going to be it with the final gunshots? Yeah, that's
that
it.
should be it.
Absolutely. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and 3 for 3?
Yeah, with the perfect as well for the final round, and the dramatic finish just keeps knocking him off the cliff. And that is gonna be it here.
Man.
Mag's gonna be moving forward over NoThankYou in a barn burner of a set there. The crowd getting absolutely hyped over that match. I know we are too.
Man, absolutely. I mean, you trying to raise time, but that was an ink. That was just, regardless of what they tried, off the cliff.
But now it looks like we're going to be going into Elon versus Sykesamilion coming up. So Birdshop versus Kira.
Oh, man. Versus Kosaku. we had a Kira, we had a Kosaku.
Yeah. This one's Kosaku.
Yes. And yeah, Elon's pet shop has been doing damage, and another projectile match. I mean, Sykesamilion is going to be up for a challenge.
I know, it's been all projectile matches.
It's been all zoning against him. It's been a tough run.
Absolutely.
Uphill, but you know this man's a fighter.
And I hope for all of you watching at home, if this hasn't convinced you already, go out and buy All-Star Battle R. This game is absolutely incredible. It has a lot of unlockable costumes, a lot of really fun combos. The systems are really interesting, and it has a ton of grind for all of you lab monsters out there who can hop in the lab, get all of these unblockable sets. Tons of really interesting situations as well, right? But here we go. Here comes the button check.
Yeah, they improved the practice mode as well. You can now reset. You can quick restart. Check your positioning. You can even record options for your opponent. So if you've been struggling against someone's block screen, recreate it in training and overcome that. Yeah,
let Bandai know that people want a JoJo fighting game, that we love and we support this game and this community, right? I know we got good folks out there at Bandai as well, pushing JoJo forward. Of course, huge shout out to Roma Nova, the Chadman, of course, on Twitter there.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan, the brand ambassador.
Yeah, everyone always pushing JoJo and All-Star Battle R forward. Here we go, disconnecting the controllers. You love to see it every time.
You couldn't turn me away from this tournament. It's in my state. It's a short drive away. I made sure I got a new car so I could show up for this. All right, so we're into the character select. Sykesamilion to Elon. Still setting their starting foot in the same spot.
Yep, and of course, still using the Joseph Assist as well for Sykes. That Joseph Assist is really good, but as we saw, for comboing into Bites the Dust, right? Even on lockdown, too. If you force them to block that assist and you're quick enough, you can throw out Bites the Dust and actually force the unblockable.
Right, because all they have to do is bump into you. It's not really a hit that you can block.
Again, trying to jump in, but landing immediately on that ice pillar. Gets caught by the dash-up throw.
This Sentry gameplay, just stand on the ice pickle or push your opponent into one. That's how the pet shops are doing the majority of their damage. Elon is expertly wielding this character.
And immediately, every single time, they just set up the ice pillar and start summoning the projectiles, right? And Sykes really just doesn't have an idea yet on how to get through that.
I mean, extremely challenged by it. You stare that ice down, you're like, man, I don't want to get frozen. And then goes into the flight meter, so even when you think, man, they're close enough I can touch them, the hover happens. Elon new escapes once more.
And there we go, dash up throw again. Gonna be able to close out the first round.
Starting off with a quick dash up. I like the pre-match mobility. We haven't seen a lot of people, retreat at the start of a match.
Runs right into the ice pillar, though.
I think that's something I'd be afraid of, is rushing right into a big problem. But you got to get close with these normals of Kosaku.
Oh, and there we go, right into the level 1. But Joseph coming out and actually stopping it. That is the thing with some supers in this game. The supers that aren't very cinematic, you can call an assist during them. Oh, excuse me, a burst during them to stop the super.
Ironically, Joseph is one of them.
Again, just running into the ice, and right now Elon is working on a perfect here. Has 2 bars on deck, and there it is. Straight into the climax.
You don't even have to worry about that. We're gonna go into game 2. NoThankYou ending game 1 with a perfect.
Yeah, very solid. Oh, bumped the chest as well, huh?
That's maybe their 4th on stream. They've been doing great. This lockdown is so serious.
They have really been dominating, right? Pet Shop is such a hard character to deal with. Oh, actually takes out half of the guard bar there. And I want to see more of that from Sykes. If you're able to get a block string, just go for the guard break, right? Try and force it so that you can get that guaranteed damage, because your opportunities to get in and get that damage on Pet Shop are going to be few and far between.
Right. It's like you're saying that that break for the guard isn't really consistent. Like, he needs a little bit of assistance to make that real. But when he can do it, he has been shattering some guards.
Oh, but there's the jumping, gets the cross under as well. Stylish dodges the assist, and that's what you love to see. Guard gauge is about to be broken.
Sykes punish the retreating jump. Yep, stand back.
Good patience right now from Sykes, just trying to, again, figure out how to get in on this. Not looking too good, though, and there is that dash up throw. It's especially difficult when you see that the opponent is sitting with max meter, too, so if you're forced to block something, they can immediately just go for that cancel, right?
Right. Yeah, it gives me the resemblance of, you know, there's no weaknesses to my strategy.
And there we go, right into the climax. Yet again, gonna do a grip of damage here, utilizing all 3 bars.
Drop an absolute slab on him. Breaking it up, Diego regulating.
Yeah, I had to call it just there. That was going to be a very dangerous situation. Killer Queen is on deck.
And that transition was locked in, so Sykesamilion just trying to preserve himself. And man, if this isn't some complex algebra, how are you going to figure this problem out?
And the dash up throw is going to do it, and that is 2-0. Elon going to be moving forward. Unfortunately, Sykesamilion getting eliminated, so that is 1 Kira down.
Man, we're starting to dwindle. They're both
But it is looking really clean so far with this top 8. We still have plenty of more matches to come. Got to get our next players up, but it has been a great showing so far for All-Star Battle. I have had the pleasure of just watching all of those setups over there being filled with players all weekend, right? But even before brackets, when it's just casual play, people were on there trying out the game for the first time. I got to play a lot of people who were like, I've never touched this game before. I'm trying it out for the first time here to see if I want to buy it. And they were pleasantly surprised at how good and how deep it was.
Like, while this has been a tournament where it's all knowledge checks, people have been sharing it. And that's the beauty of these in-person events. Now that we're back to CEOtaku being in the building, we can, you know, progress them at it together. Share a little bit of notes. Be like, hey, these are my weaknesses. If you can exploit those, it'll make me a better player, and I'll have to find something even worse for you.
Absolutely, and I think that the All-Star Battle community is going to still be very strong, going to be even stronger going out of CEOtaku with a tournament as incredible as this.
And look, NoThankYou already with 1 medal, got 3rd in cross tag. So already wearing 1, locked in for a 2nd.
Trying to collect all the stones of Asia.
What's beyond the ultimate thing? Would this bring you back from space?
I don't know.
Shout out to Volcano. If you have 2 stones, you might be able to bring yourself back.
Here we go. Pet Shop versus Diavolo. And so this is actually a run back from earlier on in the bracket as well. There's the dash through. Unfortunately, gets hit by the 2A though there from Pet Shop. Good confirm. Going to push all the way across the screen. Tries to go for the overhead. Yeah. Clean jumping, but wasn't able to get the confirm though, Admiral.
And as a reminder, this is the first winners match. NoThankYou versus NoThankYou. NoThankYou won 2-1. This is Hell's Final, so it's going to be a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, and that's going to be the very first round coming out. You saw NoThankYou tried to send out Dio to break the super, but unfortunately you cannot break those cinematic supers like that. Yeah, but now it's going to be 3 out of 5 the whole way through.
Yeah. The long haul sets. It's going to be a game of adjustment, persistence, composure, really.
Oh, for sure. Some of these matches can go very long. A lot of mental fortitude is needed, especially against a character that is as tilting as Pet Shop.
And there you go. You find yourself downed quite often. Along with saving Diavolo for the break. Still has 2 offensive uses of it. We've seen that the wake up meaty call of Diavolo.
Here we go, a nice corner combo. Tons of damage on deck. Gonna spend a bunch of it. Look at your health bar, Pet Shop, this poor bird. Oh, it just keeps going.
That's right.
Oh, it wasn't over yet.
Had to add the exclamation point. And there it is.
Getting sandwiched though, gets caught by the low immediately into the climax. NoThankYou was so close to taking that round, but here we go, game 1 going to Elon.
So we've seen both of the ways to confirm that. You know, the 2M there with the freeze crumple, 2H launches, and it sets right up into the GHA.
Yeah, one of the more privileged characters that can go into their great heart attack like that, right? Because some characters have a very difficult time comboing into their great heart attack. Needs to be in very specific situations.
Right. FF springs to mind on that one.
Oh, the stylish, straight into the throw tech.
Okay.
Oh,
DG has a recoil on it, so it gets Pet Shop back out safely.
Yeah, as if he needed that.
Right.
Oh, a great sidestep attempt there from NoThankYou. Unfortunately, gets clipped by the low.
Man, we're trucking. We're going coast to coast here. Push him right to the other wall.
All right, burst comes out here. Able to dash under. Oh, actually dashed forward and got hit by the icicles. They weren't able to get the punish because of that.
And a little short on the HHD, so they weren't able to go into their level 2. NoThankYou pressing.
OTG again. But Pet Shop has level 2, so the climax is gonna come out, and there we go. That is gonna be the end of that round.
Just various bird noises. That's the last thing you hear.
That's if we were actually saying the real names of Pet Shop's moves, they are all just bird noises.
Yeah, just caw, screech, lick.
Yeah. There we go. Hits him with the caw. See, there's Screech.
Yep.
Pulls out the ice again.
Break.
Oh, gets hit by the low that time. Unfortunately, tries to go into the overhead again. Burst comes out. Catches him trying to jump out there with the upwards icicle.
And that icicle being like a mortar strike, it's just such a built-in anti-air. It's a pressure tool.
It's an overhead. Oh, look at that guard gauge, though. NoThankYou smells blood in the water. Just come on. I just want to block. I want you to block one more time, please. And there we go. It's starting to regenerate now for Elon.
Not quite. Couldn't get to level 2. That's okay. That means it's next confirm. If Elon lands neatly. NoThankYou's doing everything to fight against it. With the aggression, this is a good time for the GHA.
Oh, instead, actually, we get Epitaph coming out. That forces, though, Elon to stop short with the pressure, right? Doesn't want to force Diavolo into the stylish dodge. This is NoThankYou's chance to capitalize, but misses the OTG. And right into the level 1. That's going to be 2-0 here for Elon. Just needs one more to move on to Grand Finals.
Can they do it? Well, NoThankYou get a win on the board. They're trying to get Frankie G over here offering some advice to NoThankYou. Says, hey, ice the player. They're feeling good right now. Don't just go right to restart. Go into the character select, but they go into rematch.
He said, don't get hit and get rid of his health. That's the matchup.
Exactly. Don't get touch, game meter, use it at the right time.
Exactly. Just guess right. Duh. Oh, but there's the dash up throw coming out. Gets hit by the meaty icicle too. Stylish dodge. Too many projectiles there.
And rubbing the wall. Even though the stylish dodge happened, they got touched by the icicle because they didn't move far enough away.
Yeah, and this game does have like circular, right? It's a circular arena. There are not really corners. So once you're up against the wall, you will just keep going in a circle around it if you keep the combo going. Oh no, Dio trying to save him at the last second, but that is now sitting at set point for Elon.
And this is redemption. Like we said, NoThankYou 1-2-1. If Elon gets an unanswered 3-0, that is just growth in real time.
Stylish dodge though on the meaty. I love the jump back though, knowing that when the stylish dodge came out, he was going to go for the super jump forward.
Oh, watch the ankles. Gold.
Oh, dashes through to the other side. Nice punish.
Yeah, and when Epitaph is active, that dash through crosses up. Otherwise, it's just a step. Just repeat it 2L until it works.
All right, NoThankYou creating a little bit of space, trying to find the opportunity to get in. Jump straight onto the icicle though.
Nice 2L, get rid of Diego. Doesn't want to deal with it, does it again. Nice reactions there from NoThankYou.
NoThankYou still has a burst on deck as well, but you know the moment that Elon gets a hit, they're going to go into the climax.
Oh, this meter deficit is serious as well.
Oh, but Diego coming through, stopping the combo short. That's it for burst though for both players.
Oh man, holds the button. That means 2 are still free, so I run up grab.
Dash up throw is going to do it, and there we go, hugging it out on the stage. That's what you love to see, the sportsmanship coming through. He hits him with a call at the end as well.
Right.
A man of many words, Pet Shop.
Absolutely. They just don't speak the language. It sounds the same, but that's because we're foreign. Yeah.
We need the narrator to speak for us.
Yes.
Why doesn't Pet Shop have a narrator like Bao does?
That's what I was going to say.
Bao is the rawest character in this game. Having the narrator narrate all its moves for him.
Oh man. It's one of the most charming things about the game is that character.
Yeah. What an early work of R&D getting to be able to put in this game. You'll love to see it. You know what I want to see for DLC? I want to see more part 8 characters. Top 8. We're in top 8 right
Yeah,
now.
just having Josuke 8 feels a little skinny, I would say, on the representation.
Yeah.
Especially since 7 got expanded with the addition of Diego.
That too, yeah. And Joshu was in Eyes of Heaven, the arena game, where they actually did pull some of the characters from to put into this game from the new characters, right?
Right.
So I'd love to see a character like Joshu or Norisuke from Part 8.
Yeah, Joshu is mentioned in the JoJo's glossary in this game. So
there you go.
I mean, the door's not shut on that.
Some Nut King Call action in here, right?
Yeah.
But here we go, jumping in.
Dude, I want to see Blackmore.
Blackmore would be so sick. Please, please more Part 7 characters. Let's get Hot Pants in here.
Yeah, the meat spray.
The cream starter? But here we go. Should be jumping into our grand finals after this button check here. Our Made in Heaven finals.
Our Made in Heaven finals.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Admiral Funk, but I do believe they are actually adding New Moon Poochie into the game later on as a free character, aren't they?
Yes, yes. The Poochie that launched with this game was a reworked version.
Yes.
So you don't get to read to the baby.
Yeah, to avoid spoilers, we will not talk about any of that because currently Part 6 is airing. Don't worry, all of you watching at home, we're not going to spoil any of that for you.
That's right. It's less than a month. We can't say anything about what happened.
Yeah, there will be another Poochie coming to the game for free, though, so that'll be very exciting. Here we go. We're going to rock Prosciutto and Petsy versus Pet Shop. I'm feeling a little hungry right now.
Yeah, right? Jeez. Also, these matches, man, they work up some kind of appetite. It has been exciting here. JoJo's Adventure All-Star Battle R. And here we are, Made in Heaven final.
Yep, our grand finals here coming through. Look at that, just rushing each other down right at the start.
And he gets close. Again, Elon remaining strong on the strategy. Don't let them touch me set on an icicle and freeze them if they step on my lawn.
There's a nice confirm. Immediately jumps back and summons the ice again here. And it's really trying to figure out how to get around these pillars, right? That is the big problem that a lot of players have been having in this matchup so far.
It's daunting, and it's a lot more real than even Prosciutto has one of those choices. We saw Whole Horse laying the Hangman down. Prosciutto can lay the lure, and that doesn't crumple on the opponent they walk across it.
And there's the dash up throw coming out so much tonight from Elon. Trying to maneuver around these icicles. There's the JB trying to get in.
Kick has nullified the option.
Yeah, stomp on him. It's going to be a lot of extra damage here too. About to get the, oh my god. Are they going to go for the super here? No, they're going to try to go for another mix-up.
Yeah.
Now they are in a one-touch kill range. If they're able to get the touch onto Pet Shop, they can close this out.
Hard to punish there, charge the button. Now has the
but gets flipped by the icicles. Last second there.
NoThankYou is the one that needs to get 6 wins here, coming from the loser side. Max 7, the top spot, only needs to win 1 set.
All right, able to pick up straight into the climax once again. Gonna get a grip of damage here. And the worst part too is that once you eat this climax, you're set full screen, meaning that you have to get in on Pet Shop all over again.
And already has the read. People with toe, I got the cargo. Never not holding a button. So if you see those icicles behind Pet Shop, we never really explained that mechanic. If you hold any button, it sets up that attack. And they have light homing, they're not very strong, but it interrupts a lot. You can release it jumping and on the ground. Yeah,
it's just a way to harass your opponent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to make them think about their approach, which is what the biggest problem has been for a lot of these characters, is the approach. And here we go. We're going to get the swap straight to Kakyoin. He says, I'm tired of trying to play Rushdown. You want to play zoning? We'll play zoning.
Let's zone. And I think Emerald Splash outnumbers the projectile count.
It should. Are they just going to sit here and shoot icicles and Emerald Splashes at each other? Oh, gets caught trying to jump out though from the overhead. There's the jumping C, immediately setting up the trap.
And these game plans, man, they're going to resemble each other. You already saw.
Yeah, these characters are actually kind of similar in many ways.
Mm-hmm. Get the knockdown, set up a spike that you can hide behind, or set your opponent up on hitting.
And the thing you see here is that Elon is fully aware of how strong of a zoner Kakyoin is, so playing a little bit more of a rushdown style here with Pet Shop now.
This character, versatile.
Oh, what a cross-up.
Big trade. Anthonio with a hard knockdown. DP's in and goes right into the HHA. And level 1, not going to kill. What an answer.
Oh,
saw an attack start.
That level 1 is such a strong tool as well for Kakyoin.
You can do it on jump reaction. You can react to attacks. Through a monkey wrench of a special.
Oh. And the crowd groaning. Like, please take down this bird, we beg you. Oh, but there's the stylish dodge coming through. Good blocks, and I love the fade back jump heavy there, the jump C.
Man, it is so tough to get on Kakyoin when they're using those respectively.
Oh, gets the pickup as well, but here comes the burst out with Diego.
Yeah, Emerald Splash just eats all the icicles.
That's the option here, and I love the command roll too. Yeah, Kakyoin has that command roll forward, right? It's a really interesting way for him to get in, and the crowd pops off at him taking the round here.
Oh my goodness. We love an underdog story, but not when it's a Falcon.
Oh, and a super, he actually cancels it to stay safe. Genius stuff there.
Yeah, these aren't frame 1 activations, so you have a little bit of a window to adjust in case it gets a little dicey.
All right, setting up the trap there as well, just trying to cover some space. Emerald Splash, meaty, sends it out again. But what a super jump there into the fly, right? To just keep yourself up high, also summoning the projectiles. Oh, what a confirm here from Max.
Oh, caught them low.
And there it is. Tying it up 1-1, and the crowd goes wild. Oh, slight nice. Like, all right.
All that applause you see behind Max Sev is for Max Sev.
Cheering for Kakyoin.
Love it,
Of all
Kakyoin.
people. Take off the glasses.
Oh man, Wesker mode.
Cooler Kakyoin. Right, Emerald Splashes are out again here. Good job on the defense so far, but fading back, unfortunately not going for the JC. And there's the stylish dodge on the burst attempt.
And I think just like Guilty Gear, you know, week 1, people were finding the wrong times at bursts and how to punish them.
Also, I
the
believe
same thing happens with these defensive assist calls.
Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that level 1 is actually invincible on Wake Up.
Kakyoin?
Yeah, Kakyoin's level 1.
Yeah,
I believe it actually
so.
is an invincible reversal, which is few and far between in this game. Oh, but there's a nice stylish dodge and the punish on the 2A here. Great burst attempt, but immediately upon waking up, they eat another low, got caught standing.
Yeah, still a long time away from having that assist available again. Big pressure, same side landing. Nice defense from Max Sev, able to get the space again.
Yeah, and when you're up against the wall, it is very difficult to stylish dodge against the Emerald Splashes, right? You will just dodge directly into them. Oh, should be able to end it with a level 1 here, but no, Diego comes through, breaks the combo.
Oh, not watching the legs.
Oh, too far away for the jump C. Oh, and the Falcon dive coming through, trying to get again, and catch
the
them in the
jump
air.
Max Sev, air-to-air play, critical to winning that round.
Oh, there's the reversal, but cancels it in time to get the punish. Had burst on deck, though, to keep himself safe.
Oh, into the wall, does it again.
Oh,
Yep, keeps doing it. Nice.
Yo, CEOtaku 137.
Multi-parries are high. Diego Brando, jumping stab.
Oh, dash up throw again coming out from Pet Shop. Oh, that overhead low is so disgusting.
And again, if L1 thinks about jumping, that low attack
comes right out. Look at this confirm here. Again, setting up the trap. But L1 is doing such a good job of just destroying the trap and making it a non-factor, right? Utilizing the icicles there.
And I think Max Sev is getting down the distance. You've seen some of these fadeaways when L1 goes high and tries to throw icicles, knows how far away from Pet Shop he needs to be.
Oh, there we go. L1, now they're tied up in rounds and games. It is neck and neck right now, Admiral Funk.
But you really said it, Jobber. The aggression coming out of L1 New is kind of unexpected. But you had to rise to this occasion. Very similar characters, close the space, pressure them more, and make them slip.
Oh, but the air Emerald Splash this time catches low on the way down. I love the meaty Emerald Splash, but there's the wake-up stylish dodge. And now L1 getting the pressure on.
Moving back 8. Nice fly. You're up there. Oh, wow!
He was too
So it's
high
not
to
invincible. Question answered. While Higher Frank Green jumps up there and punishes a lot of aerial actions, Kakyoin clearly still vulnerable.
All right, takes the skies again with a button air to air. And look at that, it puts him all the way back as well. So difficult to punish in this situation, but anyone can do it. Kakyoin can, gets clipped by the low. Pet Shop is sitting at max bar. Here comes the climax. A chat room. Will it kill?
I think we got about 50% way.
Not
Oh,
quite.
not even. Well,
Oh, but the assist coming out.
Still had Diego. Stylus dodge.
Oh,
No!
the tech throw.
That's going to punish. It did it. 2-1. Max Sev advances to tournament point here. NoThankYou is not out of the woods, though.
Incredible. What a play there. That throw tech coming out so clutch. Immediately going straight into the level 1 super.
Such clutch, and if there was ever a time to pull that out of your pocket, there it was. Oh.
All right, calling it assist, immediately setting up the trap, just trying to create a little bit of space.
And of course, being a bird has aerial chain beat. So.
All right, roll forward. Yep, gets the JH. Of course, the burst is going to come out.
Oh.
Roll forward
Right
again. Max starting off really strong in this next match.
And Diego's still on cooldown, so Elon has to hold that. Oh, he comes right back into it. That's the round. Oh my goodness, tournament
point, Admiral Funk. Here we go. Elon just running into at the round start.
And I'd say the aggression could be something to watch out for. You know, you might lose sight of it by just seeing blood. But Elon is still choosing some pretty good options for the situation.
Max is doing such a good job dealing with the aggression, though, but the command roll gets beat out. And the jumping C has been the name of this matchup so far.
Damage, gonna block.
Super, yeah, and here comes the punish. Are they gonna spend the level 3?
There's nowhere to go but down if you have Max.
Oh, here, yeah, the level 2 is absolutely coming here. The climax should be enough to kill as well. No, drops it.
Oh, but that resets. Stop playing with the food. You gotta end this. There you go.
Yeah, doesn't even need the level 3. Just goes for the level 1 this time.
Which is really wise. You know, start the next round with 2. And then first combo, cash out.
Absolutely. Oh, actually beating out the JC there. Really interesting to see that interaction. Gets the low, but the burst comes out. Mista saving the day. Gets clipped by the low again, though.
Maxf has been bullying Elon through the last 2 rounds of low attacks. And NoThankYou is now just easily showing, hey, if you want to go low, I'll go lower. Oh, and that's it?
Yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place there. The climax coming out. We are tying this up 2-2.
Yep, incredibly low scaling. Went right into that. And you know, a tempered applause break from the crowd, but they are respecting the way that this match has been going so far, and so are we. We are on the edge of our seat as Grand Finals continues.
A perfect coming out right now. And man, I'm just so happy to see JoJo that was a perfect.
Oh my goodness.
But the way that All-Star Battle R is just gripping this huge crowd right now is incredible to see.
Yeah, there are 2 streams in this direction. 3/4 of the sections are looking at this one.
There we go, pressure is on. The fade back with the JH. The stylish dodge on the burst attempt. And Elon smells blood in the water. Again, getting caught by that assist. The mix-up game's so strong right now for Pet Shop.
Oh,
it is invincible. Yep, it has invincibility there just on the startup. Oh, an interesting trade there, but gonna be in Elon's favor.
Oh, toss under. Oh, this could be the end of the round.
Right into the ice wheel. Yep, that is going to be it. And now Elon is the one sitting on reset point.
Man, in a familiar situation as they were on max. Saves 2 to go into the next round. Wants to make sure there's no shortage of resources and that they can reset this bracket. Max Sev not too far behind, though.
Great job going to the air and challenging Pet Shop, though. But that, what a move, beating out the JC, just starting to throw it out over and over now.
This is the growth of the matchup. This had to be something else.
Oh, what? JC hitting from the back.
Hey, yo. Nice dash up grab. A lot of tension here. You are going to be more inclined to sit and block, but that is a punish.
Not a ton of damage on deck, but it is able to reset neutral, right, and get Pet Shop off you. Some breathing room.
Absolutely. It's a deterrent, if nothing else.
Oh, good challenge in the air, getting so close, but the burst comes out. Immediately, Pet Shop rushing down.
Nice PC. Hustle up.
Oh,
no, they're in the air.
Oh,
Yo, nice. That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah, too high there. Able to get the low. Oh, no. Is this going to be dead? Go straight into the climax.
Oh, we'll see. Chat. Pass or fail, live or die.
No, he's not dead. I'm betting my channel points. He's not dead. Oh my god.
Good bet, Jobber. What an answer! Oh!
Final game!
We're going to final round, guys!
This is either going to be a reset for another match between these two, or it is all ending right here and Max is taking it home. Is Elon going to be able to pull it out?
Oh, man. My fingernails grew just so I could bite them.
All right, Max starting off pretty well right now, throwing out the Emerald Splashes, getting a nice confirm, hard knockdown, set up the trap.
Doesn't have enough to PC and was too far, so that was not going to happen either way. Just jump back B's, and the chase from Elon New, dancing under the raindrops there.
Oh, he's able to block across up this time. JC, there's the Oki. Oh, the neutral jump coming out.
Good block, switching low to high.
Oh,
Mista. I get the juggle with the Junior going to the end of the round.
Gets clipped by the low.
Nice stylish
dodge. Drops the confirm though afterwards. JC coming out. Was too far away to be able to pick up the confirm because Diego is currently not online.
Oh, it crossed under. Committed to a button.
And that's going to be dead. He is absolutely dead here. We should be going on to a reset. Look at he's praying. He's thinking about it. Please.
They're like, give me 1%. Hey, we're still living. This is not over, but the grab does it.
And we have a reset now.
Elon New working hard, getting a fresh set of rounds as we go into the Maiden Heaven reset.
Even more All-Star Battle. Actually, one more set.
Man, what a ride this has been.
And you can
this
see,
tournament is nuts.
You can see the pain on Max's face here. Did not want to have to go into another set against this character.
I'd be exhausted going up against this Pet Shop. I want this to be over.
All right, immediately into the level 1, but cancels and gets the punish here. That's the risky thing. When your opponent has meter available, they can keep themselves safe in reaction to the reversal.
Yep.
Clean throw, immediately setting up the trap again.
We will say that that PC isn't universally available. There are certain moves that once you commit, you're committed. At this stage in the tournament, you shouldn't expect to see that many costly errors. These guys are playing their asses off.
Oh, and gets crossed up yet again there. Wake up super, it's gonna land this time. Remember, you are caught in an animation when you throw the icicles there, so a really great reaction there from Max, but the burst comes out once again.
Oh. You can see him go to the air.
There's the punish. He has an answer to that now. That is so important. No, he dropped the confirm. That was a round-winning combo.
Oh.
Still able to pull it out.
He tried again to rush in with that DP. Had the meter available to PC if they wanted to, but stifling it with Max Sev gets that first round. Nice pickup here from Elon. Hey.
Oh, jump back again. You know, unfortunately, the trap really hasn't been doing a whole lot here for Kakyoin. Oh, it canceled with the fade back.
Same side. We've seen the cross under several times. Now the defense is getting sketchy. It's a coin flip.
Good blocks there. Able to get the fade back. JC yet again.
Stylish got them touch.
Oh,
Nice.
stylish dodge, but still matching on the 2A there.
Trying. I think Elon's starting to anticipate those jump C's. So, respecting that, Max 7's been using it less.
Okay, gets the command roll this time. Nice pickup. Keeping the loops going. Meaty Emerald splashes on deck.
Ooh. Jump back. We've seen that win rounds. That scramble.
Mista almost dealing enough damage there. Oh my god. Elon is sitting on max meter.
Oh, PC attack!
Oh, right into the level 1. Is it going to be it's not enough to kill, though.
That's going to hit.
No!
Oh, no, done! It hit Diego!
Diego
said, I'll take that bullet, Mr. President.
Get down!
Get down!
Valentine, get down!
Let's go, Chopper. Man, what a match.
All right, fade back JC yet again. And Elon has been so on point with the stylish dodges on all of these Emerald splashes. Of course, Pet Shop with a lot of great air mobility means that he can just get in over the zoning game from Kakyoin.
Right, and not to mention, not only on the Emerald splashes, the assist calls have been getting those stylish evades and continuing the combo.
Oh, catches the jump back attempt there with the icicle, tries to go for the super. That reversal has not worked a single time when Pet Shop has been in the air.
Gonna pin them, put those wings for a moment.
All right, should be able to get the roll forward here. Nice pickup, but again, Diego coming out as the burst. Second try. Should be able to close this out with the super. I love it, keeping it short and sweet. Cancel right into it. Max going up game 1 in this reset.
Don't let scaling be a factor.
Oh, it's Joshu. Joshu coming through with the rock. Whew, okay, deep breaths, everybody. Take a swig of water if you're watching at home.
Yeah, grab your towel. Wipe the sweat from your brow. We know it's tense. It's almost over.
All right, JC yet again. Goes for the roll forward. Interesting scramble situation, but Max is going to be the one coming out on top.
Okay, not able to respond to the assist call that time. And he's starting up. Another TC to make it safe. So I think Elon's going to start to really hold on to 1 meter of the HHG.
I mean, absolutely. You've seen throughout the entire set that Elon has been holding on to the meter until they get 3 bars so they can capitalize on the full bar climax, right?
Rumble mode's active on Kakyoin.
Oh, cross right under. Mista coming in for the save.
Again, still not happening. Once Pet Shop's in the air, there's no stopping him, it seems.
Oh, that's one way to do it. Chase him up to the skies, get the command roll, pick up, and the burst comes out here. Oh, cross under. Mista saving it the last possible second. And this game does have no chip kill, so goes straight for the dash up throw.
Very nice. And still resources in the pocket for Elon. Have 1 more defensive call at their disposal. Second low grabs the stylish evade. That is an answer to it.
Oh, getting clipped there. Actually put out the JC, and the JC hit the ice. Really unfortunate for Max.
Tried a little early to do a stylish evade of their own. Emerald Flash. Trying to get that gap between those 2 Emerald Flashes have gotten Elon both times that we've seen it.
Yeah, and doing a good job also just going to the sky. And this is the problem, though, is you're seeing Max is jumping back to try and preemptively see where is Pet Shop going to go. Is Pet Shop going to go into the air so I can press a button or not? And sometimes Elon just runs right underneath, right? And then gets that punish going straight into the climax here. Possibly enough to kill?
I don't think so. I'm betting all my points.
No, no.
Oh my goodness, Magic Pixel!
That's a throw. The run-up throw is, of course, going to do it. It actually looked like there that Max tried to go for the manual stylish dodge. He got thrown out of it.
Yeah, that white flash of the character. They usually do a defensive pose of some kind, but that white flash is an indicator that they're going for the stylish evade.
They just ran right into each other here at the round start situation. 1-1 in this grand finals reset.
Sounds good.
And again,
setting up the pillars. It's just built-in pressure. You set it and forget it.
Oh, trying to go for the command grab of that situation. Interesting option.
I like it. You get a little fancy as the set goes on. Make them remember that you have those tools.
Gets flipped by the low, right into the climax again. Elon loves to get that substantial life lead there.
Taking advantage of the problem once again. Rumble mode action on Takuin.
Gets the throw. Setting up the trap again just to cover you.
Gonna pin them. Not gonna spend a meter on it.
Yeah, I think he knew he was just a little too far away to get the jump in, right?
Yeah. It's not worth the gamble. This is the first round. So any meter that you keep, you take on into the next round. It's not like Guilty Gear where it resets to 0. Gotta save that progress.
Oh no, and unfortunate there. It looks like Max is starting to feel it a little bit. You can see the pain in his face. He cannot allow that to get to his head. You need to stay composed in this match.
It is intensely fatiguing to play a long set against a pet shop. Went to game 5, real emotional reset that got us here.
Able to block same side. Mista coming in for the burst.
And just a relentless attack. Makes it real hard to catch your breath. The lows aren't working the way they were on the winner side.
Oh, tried to go for the run-up throw that time, but Whiff wasn't able to get the punish. Really, unfortunately, crosses under and gets the low.
Nice dash up block.
Oh, there we go. Super gonna land.
I thought they stopped hitting buttons. Nice call out by Maxev.
Oh, and the roll forward into JC actually connected. Caught head shove on the dodge. Oh, but the stylish dodge coming through. Able to get that anti-air right into the super, and that should be the round here for Max.
Yeah. All right. 1-1. Final round in game 3 here of Made in Heaven reset. Or the Requiem. I like
Made
that.
in Heaven Requiem.
I like that.
That's tight. Again with the fade back to JC. What sidestep coming out here from Elon has absolutely mastered the movement of this game.
Dash back and then hit him with a drive-by. In comes Diego. Oh my goodness.
Caught by the cross-up, going straight into the climax here. That's 3 bars, absolutely enough to kill. So one thing to know about in this game is you have level 1s and you have level 2s. The level 2s, if you have 3 bars, will use all 3 bars and do extra damage.
Right. Give it a little further enhancement. Spice it up.
That, you hate to see that. The face in the hands, that is not a good sign here for Max, but they need the crowd support. The crowd has been cheering them on the entire time. You gotta believe. You gotta believe it is not over yet.
The crowd has been very invested. They've been supportive of Maxev. I think they need to rise up again. But Elon, I think, feeds off of that energy, too. Once they started cheering, they were like, oh, really? Okay, we'll give them a show.
Oh, no, and unfortunately starting off not very strong here right now for Max. Elon absolutely running wild with this momentum.
Oh, open them up. Goes into level 1. Real strong, decisive confirms coming out of Elon, pressing the power position that they're in at 2-1 in the set.
Oh,
tried to stylish. Nice answer.
And I love that JC there. Unfortunately, not able to pick up the combo any further. what a confirm here. You're going to go into the climax? Yes! You cannot escape. Nowhere to hide. 20 meters.
I've got it all covered. There's nowhere you can move.
Unless you're Dio.
Unless you're Dio. There's no water tower on this stage, so we're fine. We're good.
And that's what I want to see more of out of Max. Going for some of those lows, right?
And just because you've been having lower success doesn't mean to stop using it. And I don't think Max Sev has really abandoned it, but we just haven't really been seeing him hit those critical moments like we did just there.
Oh, there's that dash up throw, the tick grab there off of the ice.
Ooh. And the jump-ins a lot of times for Elon have been a single button. And as the set goes on, they go into the chain beat. But you know I can throw more than one move while I'm up here.
And see, I love that, going for more of these damaging options, right? I know they've been consistently going for setting up the trap, but the trap has really not been doing anything.
Right, no.
Elon's been basically just flying over it the entire time and still getting free pressure.
Random went low.
And punish that.
Yeah.
There we go, 2-2. Final
and there's
game
the roar.
in our first ever CEOtaku JoJo All-Star Battle R tournament. We are going to the final match.
That's right. Game 10 Grand Final CEOtaku Part 6. You couldn't have written a better script.
Let's see.
Open the game one last time.
Right, there's the dash up throw, though, coming out from Elon. Able to get that overhead right into the low. Jump back C. Ooh, roll forward into grab.
Life's still fairly even, but Pet Shop's HP tells a different story.
And there, I love it being a little bit more aggressive, right? It's actually working out for Max in these situations. Oh, what's the dodges from
my
Elon?
Goodness.
Just slowly inching their way in, able to get the crumple there with a sweep.
Grounded, the trap. They have been walking away from the trap too, which maybe does take away a little bit of the effectiveness.
I love the patience here right now. Unfortunately gets tossed, and that's going to put Max in a very strong position. Excuse me, Elon in a very strong position. They have a one-touch kill range now.
With the defensive break.
Oh,
drops it.
Confirm.
And then the jump C nullifies those pillars.
Jump C again. Gets the pickup here. But too far away. He cancels it.
Goodness,
He
very
cancels
nice.
it. And now he's sitting at turn point. He says, hold on, hold on.
Perfect usage of the puts and cancel.
Oh, gets caught low. And Elon sitting on max meter. Are they going to go for the climax? No, they want to make sure it kills.
Man, Elon is putting their foot through the floor of the gas pedal here. I'm down. Max Sev is at tournament point. The aggression isn't changing.
There's the throw. Immediately summoning Diego. Able to get the hit into the combo. Diego is not going to be available to save you here. Right into the level 1.
Gonna take it. Still hasn't yet claimed the life lead. But after this, they can.
Actually called out Diego too. So close.
There's
deep block low. There it is.
Oh, it happens.
It's your CEOtaku 2022 JoJo All-Star Battle R champion. Look at the crowd. They're on their feet.
Max Sev overcoming their own demons as they battled adversity in Elon News Pet Shop.
What a final set. The reset from Elon going all the way to the final game. Both of these players absolutely incredible. Neither of them can feel bad about that one.
Man, yeah, you might have to lay down for a little bit, get that heart rate back to normal, because that was a pulse-pounding set by these two juggernauts. Man.
Absolutely insane. Kakyoin winning our first ever tournament here at CEOtaku. And you know what? I want to see this game at more majors. It is absolutely incredible. The crowd ate it all up. Look, any majors that are coming up in the future, you got to add some JoJo All-Star Battle to your lineup, all right?
Absolutely.
You saw it here. You saw the excitement from the crowd, the excitement from everyone. I mean, this game is honestly incredible, incredibly underrated as well. A lot of people wrote it off just because of the netcode situation. But as you can see, it has a lot of heart, a lot of soul, and people are really gravitating towards it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confronted with the memory of Windjammers, which is in the same boat. Netcode woes kind of supposedly, you know, made it a dead game. It's never dead. If you get players together and they're playing the game, it's not dead.
Absolutely.
We got 78 players for this tournament, and I expect to see more. I mean, wherever this game gets some shine, I hope you guys come out and play. If you haven't tried it, think about it.
I think after this top 8, it's going to inspire some people to enter this game. I definitely think so, because I feel more inspired to go back and lab some of these matchups, play even more online with my friends, and you know I'm going to be entering next year if we have this at CEOtaku.
Right. I was watching the releases of the Frosty Faustine lineup, and I was surprised to see that JoJo's wasn't going to be a main game, but that doesn't close the door on it being a side game.
Yes.
So if anybody's going to organize it, you know, shout it out, hit up the ASB Discord. That community is still thriving out here. If you need some info on your characters, they got sections for it. So check it out, learn yourself.
Absolutely, and if you can just organize these side tournaments and get them up and stay loud enough, they gotta put you in the main lineup eventually, right? We've seen games like Skullgirls be able to pull that off, so I want to see that for JoJo All-Star Battle as well.
All right, and we're getting closer here to our top 8 ceremony.
An incredible
I think we're
top
still
8
getting everybody in position. The medals are going to be set, and we're going to throw to our MC as soon as they're ready. So, you know, one more time, thank you guys for tuning in to CEOtaku 2022. I'm Admiral Funk. This is King Jobber. We had the absolute pleasure of commentating this for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to throw to the ceremony right now. Thank you.
Yeah, as soon as we're ready for that ceremony, right? Oh, not
actually,
quite yet. We're still getting those medals ready. A little premature there, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I did that earlier, don't worry.
I'm so excited.
So excited to get these champions crowned. And what better way, what better medal to win as a JoJo fan than the Redstone of Asia?
Yes.
Right?
Man, it hurt so bad that I got 9th in 2 games.
I know,
like, I'm right outside of it. Come
I
on, please,
want it
give me
right
one.
now. And we even have Zeppeli in the Jotaro Part 6 cosplay as well. Coming
And
up
then
with
we
Jolene.
got Phenom with the Koichi as well.
The Koichi hair.
Koichi with all the medals on arm.
Oh, and
I think
you know,
Jolene's going to hand them out.
You know we're real JoJo fans because we immediately hunted down a couple of those discs that were hidden around the venue, right?
Yep.
We found them frame 1.
I claim Jornos.
I got Gappy.
Yep. So, I'll let you know what's on them soon enough. I've still yet to find a CD player.
Yeah, I have one in my car, but I haven't been in my car all weekend.
Mine doesn't. I'm too far in the future.
Man, that cosplay looks incredible on Zeppeli, honestly.
It does look really good. The U-Haul trailer when he was pulling off.
But now we're going to go ahead and throw it over to Zeppeli for our awards ceremony here. We'll see you guys in a second.
All right, congratulations to JoJo's top 8. Coming in at 7th place, Bonbei. Also in 7th place, Sandua. In 5th place, Madpog. Also in 5th place, Bearell. In 4th place, Sykesamilion. Coming in at 3rd, NoThankYou. In 2nd place, Elon. And your CEOtaku 2022 JoJo's champion, Max Seth. Let's give one more round of applause for the top 8. And before you guys go, obviously this game did just release, so I want to say thank you. This was a super hype top 8. I want to give a shout out to SJRC's Discord channel. They're going to be supporting this event online through Parsec. You guys are familiar with that with TampaNeverSleeps, so pay attention to them. They're going to put out a tweet if you're interested in more JoJo's tournaments. please follow them. They're passionate for the community. They're doing a great job, so keep supporting JoJo's. What did you guys think of my Jotaro outfit? Shout outs to Ann for putting together my daughter, Jolene. Thank you, guys. You're all set. Thank you. We'll take care of all the prizes with you. All right, we're going to finish, wait for Blaze Blue to finish up. Then we're going to take a little break. Then I'm going to make a DNF duel announcement. And then Strive Top 24 will be here, while DNF Duel Top 8 will be there. So trust me, stick around.
And that is going to be it for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. My name is King Jobber, an absolute pleasure, Funk, to be doing commentary with you here for JoJo. Bring it in. And make sure to stick around, because up next is going to be Top 24 for Guilty Gear Strive here. You got anything to say?
I mean, as Jotaro said, Top 24 Strive is up next. Thank you guys once again for having us here. At Not Funky Enough on Twitter, at King Jobber. Guys, just give us some feedback. We're always trying to improve our craft, and hearing back from guys like you that witnessed it means a lot to us. But continue to enjoy the remainder of Finals Day here at CEOtaku. We'll be back soon with more.
Stick around.